I think we're good. Microphone check. Let's pop out that chat. Let's pop that chat out. There we go. Let's pop that chat out. All right. Nice. Okay. Oh, shit. Ronnie! Alright, welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and this is the after show here on MAP for The Walking Dead Episode 3. If you're new here, how this works, this is the first impression review for about 15 minutes, give or take, between 15 to 20, and then after that, we're going to stay in this live stream, and we're going to spill over into the fan feedback, answering your questions from the live stream. So, let's dive straight in here, and then I'll give the announcement when we're going to go into the comments. And then if you guys don't want to stick around for that, you can bounce. But those who want to stick around, stay around. All right. And I also take this portion out and upload it tomorrow. That way those who catch it later on just want to watch this. You don't have to fiddle with the live stream. Just catch the separate one. So let's dive right into the opener for this episode. Hold on. I'm kind of thirsty. Tiny sips though. I like tiny sips. I don't like chugging cold shit, you know. Little tiny sips. Okay, so the opener I thought was a bit flat. This opener kind of, and listen, I like this episode. I did enjoy it. A couple negatives though. The opener didn't have a lot of kick from me. And again, I still enjoyed it, but it felt like, okay, let's open this up. But let's hurry up with it, you know? I don't know. It felt like the opener needed more room to breathe, you know? And as well as the opener, there's also them damn overhyping the episodes. And again, I really enjoyed this, but the thing that rings in my head is when Scott Gimple is like, you know, the first 4 episodes, it's going to melt your minds. And I like it, but hadn't I not heard that, hearing that, you get ready for something that is just game-changing insane. And there was something that Eric said, the actor playing Eric, sorry. He said something that really made it, really helped me understand why Gimple would say such a thing. Not directly related to not just about the episode, so to speak. They were filming multiple different episodes at the same time. And they do that for convenience when they got to film the bottle episodes. Let's say one part of the crew is filming the Alexandrian storyline, the other part of the crew is filming the Hilltop, and they'll be in episode 5 and then episode 6. But for this, it made it seem like they had 3 different shoots at times going on. And if you take that into consideration, then you start going, you know what? Yeah, you know, I get it now, because there's a lot of work, a lot of hustle. They gotta get everyone in the right positions, and you know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we never even see, hear of, or whatever until you watch the behind the scenes stuff. But then it starts clicking. Oh, they were probably so incredibly busy, combined with the story that they were hyping it up. You start to understand why it has such a big hype for these episodes in particular. That being said, I do like this episode. I think I'm kind of off though with the mass. Something's going on in The Walking Dead, because episode 2 had such a steep drop in ratings. I didn't think The Walking Dead would drop past 10 million this season for any episode, and it went down to like 8 million. And yes, I know it'll rise when you count all the other stuff, but again, I liked it, and I have a feeling fans are going to be like, oh, I didn't like this episode. Starting with Morales, and I'm good with this. Morales comes back, boom, he's dead and gone, and now it's like, okay, we're done. No more crazy, ridiculous theories about Morales. And I actually did start to really enjoy, I skipped something about the opener, but I'm going to go back in a second, but I actually started really enjoying that back and forth between Morales and Rick, because it started opening up the idea of, yeah, what does that mean, Rick? Like, just because we knew each other for a few days in the very beginning, like, does this mean we're bros? Are we cool? Like, I don't know. There was something there with the dialogue, and you can argue that you'd want it to continue on for a little bit longer. I saw a couple comments like that just about that one particular scene, but on one hand, I do agree. Yeah, you know, it could have went on a little longer. It could have had something else to it. But at the same strength, I like it for what it is. I think, for me, I dare say it's perfect for what it needed to be. It was a flashback to the past, connecting Rick to his past. It was also a character that was forgotten about in the fan base. Well, not, you know what I mean. He wasn't in the show for a while, and the fan base wanted to know what's going on with him, so they brought him back. And then that little bitty discussion, what you can dissect from that. Between Rick and Morales. I liked it for what it is, so I'm fine with Rick and Morales. Back it up real quick, though. How the hell would anybody know who the widow is? Or Rick? I mean, if you hear his name, okay, it's Rick. And I like how Morales was like, oh, okay, you're the Rick from Alexandria. But how would they know who Maggie is? Because you saw Rick was like, oh, Glenn's dead, Negan's the one who killed him, yada, yada, yada. She's the widow, and this, that, and the third. How are they supposed to know? If they're running and gunning and just... apparently other people didn't get the message because they're shooting at Rick trying to kill him, it looks like, you know? But I just thought that line was a little bit off. We're not supposed to kill Rick, the widow, or the king, which someone said in another live stream that was the title to an episode coming up. I guess that episode's definitely confirmation for that title, I would imagine. Anyway... The opener about it being flat. There was something else that I didn't particularly like where they were doing the Ezekiel was talking and then they showed what happened. And I thought it was kind of an editing fail to have Ezekiel say, oh, they outnumber us, but we'll do the strategizing or whatever he says. And immediately when he says that, you know, it's a trap. It's obviously a trap. Before, it could have been like, oh, what is this? This is interesting. Does Carol have to flank around and save him with another group of kingdom? And no, as soon as Ezekiel says that. So I know that's a little nitpick, but I really feel like when they edit that, they should have put what Ezekiel said after the reveal that it was a trap. So next up on my list, the Jesus versus Morgan. I like this. I think they started fighting, then they cut away, and then they showed them fighting again. There was a moment there that was just maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds of their fight that looked really cool. It seemed fast and it was on point. I really enjoyed it. And I really love the idea of Morgan being broken. And I really like his quote where he was like, I'm not right. I know I'm not right. Like something in him is broken, but he's not wrong. This is a dangerous thing to bring these prisoners back to the hilltop. I like the idea of a broken Morgan here. There's something missing, though, with how it unfolded, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if maybe I wanted something else to trigger him, so to speak, but I like it. I wanted something else thrown in the mix with Morgan, but I do like that. Gregory showing up. I've seen a couple comments scrolling up where everyone's like, oh, I love Gregory. I love him too. I think the actor's doing a fan-friggin-tastic job. He's killing it as Gregory. Slimy sleazeball son of a bitch. And I love how he tries to throw Cal under the bus, and then Cal peeks his head out. He's like, yo, shut up, you dick. What are you talking about? That whole moment there with Gregory was great. And I think they did a fantastic job bringing Gregory back into the hilltop because Maggie has no reason to bring him back in. And when Gregory was saying, oh, where's your humanity and all this shit, I was thinking Glenn, that's something where Glenn would let him in. And I think they really went above and beyond, really branding us with the memory of Glenn with his ordeal with Nicholas and how he will save and forgive and let live and all that shit and give a second chance, give a third chance, especially when you shouldn't. Like with Nicholas, just kill that prick and keep it moving. So that moment was great. And then the Polaroids, I'm going to mention this briefly every time they do it. I like it, and I still want it to go a certain direction and play into the role at the end with Negan. I really want them to rub it in Negan's face. Eric, this part I was screaming no, 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 because with Eric's body gone, he could be the new Morales, okay? Was that Eric? Oh, we don't know. In my book, yes, he's dead. He's dead. He's gone. That was him walking away. Although it wasn't really clear visually, maybe on your TVs, but mine, I was like, ooh, is that Eric? Wasn't that Eric? I know he's dead. He's definitely dead. He's in the herd, but was that him? And then the Talking Dead aired immediately after, and I only heard a few minutes, but that was one thing they mentioned, that yes, they put Eric in zombie makeup, and he's officially dead walking away. So don't anyone try to start no bullshit theories about Eric being out there, someone saved him and healed him and patched him up, and he's gonna come back with an iron lung and shit like this. Just don't. And then Daryl, just killing the enemies. I love this. You have this one guy who, I believe that's the same guy who got scalded in the previous episode. He kind of really didn't feel like he had a lot of heart, you know, or a lot of, I don't know, it just felt like one of those people who could actually assimilate back into the other community. Not back into, but he could become a survivor with people at the hilltop, with people at Alexandria. He had that vibe to him. Why he shot at Rick and Daryl, I don't know. I got to replay that. For me, I was like, man, they really should have had him step on a twig or give his position away, and then it start. You know, it kind of felt like it was absolutely unnecessary. But I don't know. So Daryl blasting him at the end. And I think this is great because you had Morales get shot by Daryl, and I was like, yes, Morales, he's a dick for what he's doing, you know. And Rick is kind of giving him that look like, oh, that's Morales, and Daryl's like, yeah, so what? You know, he chose his side. You know, you made your bed, sleep in it. And then Daryl shoots that other dude who gave up later on. And, you know, there's one part of me that's like, yeah, Daryl, you know, get it done. And then you can see the conflict in Rick where they played it smart, I feel, with the writing. Rick isn't bucking back yet, or you could see it in his face, in his gut. There's something he's not comfortable with. He feels that this isn't right. Even though he wants to get the job done, and he gets the job done, and he does what he's got to do, in his gut, he's like, this isn't right. And it's starting to wear away at him. It's starting to crack him up a bit. And I love that. And I can't wait to see where that goes. Because if you mix that with the Dwight situation and how Dwight's helping out, you could really build upon something here. The creative playground I talk about. A lot of good potential for the creative playground. And lastly, the Browning, that was a nice touch. That was a nice touch. I'll be honest. I was not thinking about them using or moving the big guns to take out Ezekiel's group. I thought they were just going to, you know, set up shop and take out Ezekiel's group, and it is what it is. And the way they did it, though, I like that. They were like, oh, where's the guns? Oh, it's at Gavin's outpost. And next thing you know, you get this vibe like, oh shit, they're gonna set that up and use it to kill Ezekiel's group, and that's how they ended it. Great. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying how they're constantly doing gunshot, commercial break, gunshot, cliffhanger. This is one thing that it's almost becoming a meme in itself. You could take all the different times they do a gunshot and they cut to the episode, or the gunshot and they cut to a commercial. Daryl shot in the arm. You know, that's cliffhanger episode. Rosita shot at Negan with the bat. Boom, commercial. Rick counting down. 8, 7, commercial. How many other times do they do that? It's starting to break the momentum, and it sucks. I mean, there's some times where it works. When Rick did it, blah, blah, you know, I screwed that up, but insert sound effect there of a gun. When Rick did it, I was kind of like, all right, and then there was a little part of me that was like, I kind of want to see Negan dodge that. It takes you out of it when you cut it, even when you watch it as a whole later on in the Blu-ray, because for whatever reason, maybe it looks too funky when it is a shortcut, but go back and rewatch it when it's on Amazon or when it's in the Blu-ray. There's still like a 3-second cut there. So Rick will be like, blacka, blacka, blacka. And then there's this, 1, 2, 3 of black. And then it comes back on and Negan's ducking out of the way. This is something that I can't stand live watching it and replaying it because it doesn't make it any smoother. I don't know why they do that, and they're constantly doing that with gunfights. With Rosita, I get it. You know, you don't have a realistic way with their budget to do the bullet in the bat. It's just not going to work. First off, I don't even think that would work. I think it's better in a comic where it kind of ricochets off the side of the bat. I don't think a bullet would stick in the bat like that. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would blow through the bat. I don't know. Anyway, So that's pretty much it with how I feel about this episode. I do like it. I do like the beginning. I see a lot of negative comments, to be honest, that I'm just not understanding. I get it. It is, you know what? No, I flat out don't understand it. I see a lot of comments that are like, man, you know, are you going to drag this war out? And it's like, this is episode 2, and I'm talking about last week. Comments that, how long is this war going to go? Did you guys want it to end in one episode? I can't process that. This is the war season, the battle season. It doesn't even have to be all season, but a good chunk of the season. You get one episode and people are sick of the war. I can't fathom it. It doesn't compute for me, you know? So I really like what we've got. I do think there could have been a little bit more spices added in, or a little bit more kick here and there. However, they are building up to other stuff. So if they add that little bit of kick later on, and this is the build up, I'm absolutely fine with that. So I don't think every single episode is going to hit its mark, you know, 100%. Oh my God, this is, you know, blow your mind fantastic. Especially this content with the war going on and spilling over into each episode. But I am enjoying what's playing out. I will say it's important how they connect it later on with episode 1 and how they did the time skips. That's one thing that's lingering on. And I do like how they kind of faded out of that. It didn't, episode 1, really weird with the time skips. Episode 2, they did it with the close-ups at the beginning of what's going on and then at the end of what's going on. They did kind of integrate something where it wasn't just straight beginning end of the story. And then episode 3, we have it started off and it was probably the least here. We have a little bit of King Ezekiel, then we flash over to them as they're walking, you know what I mean, jumping around a little tiny bit with time. So I think in the next episode we might even get even less, and then later on they'll connect the time skipping stuff. And that's important, because if they don't do it adequate enough, episode 1 will fall apart, in my opinion, as far as the time jumps and stuff. With that said, I'm liking it. Last thing I did forget to mention, Tom Paine did fantastic as Jesus. I know he's going to piss a lot of fans off. Every time a character is like, you know, we don't want to kill, you know, keep them alive, they surrendered, or life is precious, or Father Gabriel being a priest and not being a badass immediately, fans hate them for that. I get it. It's going to happen all the time. I do partially disagree with Jesus here. I agree with him that, you know, guys, these are people who, not all of them had a choice, even if they're fighting. I mean, come on, that happens in real life. There was a story, oh my God, I briefly heard this story of some guy who was, I think he was in like North Korea or South Korea. He got picked up and his country got occupied, and they forced him to fight in this war. He got captured again. They forced him to fight for a completely different country, to fight a completely different other country. And then this happened like 3 times. He became a prisoner of war, and they kept forcing him to fight. Sure, with Negan and the Saviors, you know, it probably isn't fight or will execute you, but it's similar to that. It's close to that in certain circumstances. If you want to get it in, you got to get it in. So, I don't know. There's definitely some wiggle room there. So with Jesus, I agree with his mentality of, we're going to have to work with these people. We can't just murder, you know, 200, 300 people just to win this war. We can have some survivors. And then on the flip side, it's not worth it, in my opinion. It's too dangerous to risk the people at the hilltop. It's just too dangerous to feed them, to take care of them, to guard them. It's just too much of a risk. I think to find a happy medium, in my opinion, or a compromise, anyone who just won't work out, Jared, shoot him in the head immediately. Show the others. You either help us or we'll kill you. And then everyone who's actually, you know, because then you can have like a chain gang and workers and stuff. But anyway, all right, that's it with the first impression review. That's all my thoughts and opinions. Again, the first impression. In a few days, I'll post the analyzed video. That's where we go in deep and we look at the episode in deep. Yeah, I already said that. So check out those analyzed. We got episode 1 and 2 already done. and leave your thoughts and opinions down in that comment box because now of your thoughts and opinions about this episode, and I'm definitely eager to see what you guys have to say. One question I do want you guys to put, yeah, Ronnie, there's no Michonne yet. I'm wearing this in support of Michonne. I'm missing my Michonne, man. You know, oh, I'm missing my Michonne. So I threw this on specifically. I was wearing some random shirt before, but yeah, I'm missing my Michonne. Anyhow, oh, speaking of Michonne, listen, in a minute when we're chit-chatting, I want to open these. I think Michonne is in this box. These are the Royal Baubles. I'm going to drop that. But they got the Negan they sent, and I reviewed it. They sent like 5 more for us to look at. We're not going to do it here. I'm going to open it up, and we'll take a look at what they sent me. And then tomorrow we'll do like a review of them and stuff. But these things are friggin' awesome. I love this. They got the bobbleheads, but then you have really good detail on them. I mean, really good. I got reviews up, but we'll look in that box. So yeah, I'm missing my Michonne. But anyway, thoughts and opinions down there. But I really want to know, are you guys at all worried about the viewership and what's going on with the fan base? Now, real quick, I'll just say I'm not all that concerned or worried about it. But I am kind of questioning, man, what is going on with the fan base? Because, in my opinion, the story, the writing, everything they've got going on, it's not dramatically different than what they've been doing for the last couple seasons. So if you've loved the last couple seasons, story-wise, I'm having a hard time piecing it together. It's not like this is absolute trash. It's absolutely similar and right up the alley of what they've been doing, minus the time skipping and stuff like that. So put your thoughts and opinions down below. Maybe we'll have a follow-up discussion video about this. So that's the end of the first impression review. I'm going to jump into the super chats first, read those comments, and if you guys want to leave a comment for this fan feedback portion of the video or this live stream, go ahead and put Q&A first thing in your comment, because then when we get flooded with comments, those will be the ones I'll look forward. I will look at first. New iced tea bags. I made that 2 week. I was boiling some iced tea. Anyway, I'm trying to learn how to make it. When I was growing up, we used to make it, put it outside for like half the day in the sun. And it was, God, it was so good. Now I suck at it. I got to figure that shit out. Alright, so let's move this over here. Let's move this over there. Let's go to the super chats. What do we got? Okay, we only have 3 right now, so we didn't miss too many. Wisdom Fall, $2 super chat. Thank you very much for the support. Why don't you do rating 1 to 10 anymore for every episode? Well, you'll have to look back. I never did 1 to 10 ratings, so that's why. If you're asking about the rating system I had where it went, because I am not a fan of the 1 to 10. I did have a rating system that was poor, okay, this and this and this. Maybe I can actually draw up a little image of that. Well, you guys know what I mean. I do like the rating scale, and I would like to start putting it in more and more. But the reason I stopped is because I wanted to go back and make a custom rating scale. Because I found pieces of rating scales and then put them together. But I wanted to make a custom one because I don't like the 1 to 10. I don't like it. It's too vague. It's nice to just throw it out there. Like this episode, in my opinion, was like let's say 7.8, maybe an 8.0, close to there. However, with my rating scale, it would be like okay, I really good, super good, awesome, perfect, yada yada yada. I think I like it with the words is what I'm saying a little bit more. But even with the rating scale, if you broke it down, I think there was 10 options to choose from. But thanks for the support. Luca Blight 69. Morales is and he's gone. Yeah. Elijah Jackson with a $5 super chat. Always a fan who loves and supports you, bro. I love how they all shielded Ezekiel. Oh yeah, that was pretty badass. And it was badass, but the pacifists bullcrap is becoming irksome. Yeah, I understand why that would be bothersome. I do like the idea of the people saving the king. He screamed no. Obviously, a few of them are gonna die. It's a 50 cal. You saw it kicking up the dirt. that's going to blow through bodies like a hot knife on butter. And it looked like the Daniel tackled him. It looked like, I don't think Jerry was there. I could have sworn the girl was there too, the bow and arrow girl, but I could be wrong. But at least half, if not everyone who tackled him, is going to die. And he did scream no, which means it'll weigh heavy on his conscience, which, well, maybe conscience isn't it's going to weigh heavy on his soul regardless. Dude Guys says, actually, let me find it here. In your last video, you said you wanted to discuss something. YouTube's glitching out your comments, but let me know whenever you have time. No hurries. Oh, yeah, I'll get to it. Listen, I'll get to it. The only thing is, yeah, I think it was about the mod stuff, right? I'll get to it. Yeah, I legit didn't have any time this week, but I'll talk to you. And again, it was only the one comment where you were like, you told, and I don't want to get into it. If you're going to make this a big deal, then just forget about it. But it was the only one comment where you said if you don't like a person, you're just going to block them. I can't mod somebody who has that mentality on the channel. I can't do it. They just can't. And that's the one thing I wanted to discuss. And if you were like, oh, you know, I said that out of anger, we'll discuss it later on, then we're going to discuss it later on. But I honestly had zero time this week to even look at new mods or even look at the comments. So you just got, please have patience, bud. Just please. And thanks for the super chat support. Wesley, episode advanced the plot none. You know, kind of, sort of. I understand why people would say that, and if you're looking at, like, what are you looking at as plot here? Is the only plot taking out Negan? Is that the only plot? Advancing the plot, if you want to get technical, that's just not true. No matter how you cut it, it didn't advance the plot the way you wanted it, but it advanced the plot. The plot is taking out Negan and then taking out the outposts. That's advancing the plot. They're looking for the guns. This is the second episode. They now know where the gun. Well, we know where the guns are, and Rick and Daryl know where the guns are. Now that's going to move Rick and Daryl. I mean, it would seem like it, towards that area where Ezekiel and everyone's fighting. So again, it did advance the plot, and we see these comments a lot where it's like, it feels like, and I feel you, it feels like nothing's happening. Oh, it's fighting again, more fighting. But you have to understand, that is the plot. Taking out the outposts, finding the guns, like, that's the plot. Especially during war, a lot of the plot is easily overlooked. When it comes to filler, filler's another thing. That word gets thrown around everywhere, and nowadays it's just not even used right, you know? Filler is anything that, if you take it out, the story is perfect, you know? Like getting the well walker out of the well. That's filler. You take that out, the story's the same. You know what I mean? There's some stuff where it's like them looking for the gun and not finding it, or yada yada yada. Even if you try to say it's filler, it's like, well, no, it's not. It's this and this and this. They could have extended it more, or could have trimmed it, I mean. And sure, yeah, you can argue that. Where does Shiva keep disappearing to during the kingdom battles? I don't know. Good question, though. Morgan Blue, yo, I thought Fear the Walking Dead had toxic viewers, but The Walking Dead seems to be attracting more dumb fucks. For some reason, what happened in the last 6 months? Well, this is something I do see, we all see. There's a chunk of viewers, and probably for every TV show, there's a chunk of viewers who don't talk good about The Walking Dead, ever. Never, ever. And they are usually, and I get used to seeing their names, constantly saying negative stuff about The Walking Dead. And it's funny because they're watching, I assume they like it to some degree, even though they never say anything nice about it. And then when everyone's loving it, you know, they're still watching it, but they're like, oh, I don't know how, I don't see what you see in this. And then when people, or more people, start to being like, oh, well, this episode is kind of yada da da da, it does overflow somewhat, you know, and it seems like there is a little bit that is kind of bandwagoning, like I was kind of talking about before. Do they really like it? They don't seem to like it, but they still watch it. I mean, is that because it's popular, so that's kind of like a bandwagon? But then when it starts going downhill because they're not as invested into, and again, this is not saying every single one who didn't like this is this person. I'm just talking about these little groups that, it might not even be little, but you do see these groups where it's like, okay, now it's good to shit on The Walking Dead, so you'll see more people coming out to shit on it. But for the most part, I do think there's a core fan base there. Let's say a good 5 million that they'll, and I feel like I'm in that core. If it's good, I'll be like, I loved it. If it's not so good, I'll be like, yo, it just wasn't all that great. And if it's straight up bad, cliffhanger of season 6, perfect example. I didn't pull any punches with it. You know, when it's good, I say I loved it. When it's bad, I say I didn't like it. I don't know. Let's keep going, because the fan base is a tricky thing to discuss, because there's so many of us watching for so many different reasons, and then you have those clusters that watch for the same reason, you know. With the deaths of Eric and Francine, do Scott and Tobin stand a chance of surviving? I would say yes and no. No, because we might need a few more. This is only the 3rd episode, and we got a whole season of war, or at least most of a season. So we're going to need some more faces we know to die coming up. But I would say no, because, you know, once they start clipping enough, you know, we might be running out of familiar faces, background characters. Q&A, do you love that they killed Morales quickly? I accept it, yeah. I like it. Let's see. Forced Aaron and Eric. Like, why do we care he's gone? Like, what's the lesson did he learn? Oh, wait, because he shot at the Saviors a little bit. Well, I don't think you're supposed to care for Eric. And I know that seems like a dick thing to say or whatever, but I've always stood by Eric is a character who's supposed to support Aaron. You're supposed to feel bad for Aaron, not Eric. It's supposed to affect Aaron's story, not Eric's at all. It's like, okay, if you have an attachment to the actor, those who like them, they're like, oh man, I really like his charisma and yada yada yada. It's supposed to be for Aaron though, and that's how I see it. I view it as even simply just a loss at this point, because we don't know how that's going to change him. We've seen his attitude going into the war, but how is that going to shape him later on? Aaron is dead. In the after show, he talked about how they used someone else, but he asked to do it. All right, what do we got here? I love this episode. Have you ever considered the fact that haters still watch the show because they have invested 8 years into it and hope it will improve? No, I do think some people, yeah, but if they're a hater, they're a hater. In my book, if your definition is different, then make the accurate adjustments. I do think there's fans that haven't been interested in the past few years and they're hoping it gets better. Yes, I'm like that with Fear. I hope it improves to my satisfaction. If it doesn't, oh well, people are still enjoying it. With The Walking Dead, I do believe there's fans out there who are hanging on. If you say haters, I'm going to say no. If they hate it, you know, they're hate watching it because it's popular, maybe because I don't know. I don't know. Again, with me, if I don't like a show, I will stop watching it. Better Call Saul is something that I want to love, and season 2 annoyed me so much I had to back away. Season 3 won me back over though. So it's like I don't know. It's hard. I'm not one of those fans who will stick with a show if I don't like it. So I don't know why some people do. Again, if you're a fan who hopes it gets better, I understand you. But if you're a hater and you haven't liked it, or you don't like it, you just shit talk it, I don't know why they watch. Other than they jump on the bandwagon because there's more people to talk to about it, or they're friends, or people, or they're just bored. Zombie Jesus, what is your thought on Gracie and her story? Her backstory or her story coming up? I would imagine her story coming up. I did a couple speculation videos, so watch those. That is pretty much still up in the air at this time. However, right now, I'm just stuck with, yes, she's going to be raised at the hilltop. I'm sticking with that. And again, there's a spoiler from the comic book I'm not going to mention now, but there's room to reunite everyone, again, Gracie included, and maybe put her at a different community. I will say it didn't look like they took the bunny at all, so that might just be a reused prop or misleading. I just think it's so odd they would have her run in for that scene holding that same bunny. Again, maybe it was just a reused prop. Dylan said, is your brother liking this season so far? I don't think he is watching this season live. I think they started with season 7. I believe they moved over to binging it at the end of the season. I am almost positive. And that was another thing that was one of my biggest complaints with the structure. There's casual viewers, you know, those ratings, like my brothers, okay, we're watching it live, You hit them with a full season, viewers like that, with a structure they might not like. Boom, they're now binging it. You know, you can't win them over. It doesn't matter. No hype of All Out War is going to win him over. He's not following The Walking Dead. He's not online and active. And there's a shitload of viewers that are like that are just like that. The casual fans, they watch it, they enjoy it, but they're not active online in the community. They're never coming back unless they come back in season 8 and it blows them away and they're like, no, you know what? I gotta watch it live in season 9. And that's why I thought the structure was such a serious issue to correct. Again, because those live viewers, they're gone and you don't win them right back because they're not active in the community. The majority of them, I mean. No more spaghetti, yeah. Ronnie, are you happy they killed Morales in this episode? Yeah, I'm good with it. Ronnie, do you think it's possible Carl could die instead of Judith? I think I think it's a flip of a coin. Listen, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing now. Everyone keeps asking that. I don't know. I mean, it would be stupid because obviously the connection with the comic book, I mean, that's kind of one of the dumb... No, I'm just going to say no. That is just asinine. The day I believe that they'll kill Carl off the show is the day that you'll have to convince me it wasn't a problem with the actor and something with contracts. You know, I don't believe they would say, you know what, in the story, I think we should kill him. I think it would have to be something behind the scenes. If you told me, oh, you know what, it's coming up and I think that's how it's going to play out, story-wise, I don't see how that makes sense. Unless they're planning on some big hype with Judith. But now you think about it, if they are taking out Carl's seen the, come on, what is that? Carl was in the flash forward, hence it's no longer a flash forward, so it is a hallucination. You can't have Rick looking identical in the hallucination as when he grows older. That just would look dumb as shit. So that means that Rick will not look like that in the new beginning, and I was right a long time ago when I said it could be a hallucination, and they gave him the cane and that look because he's not going to keep that look. Go back and watch that video. But yeah, I don't know why this is a thing. We get it every live stream now about killing Carl. Carl is in the show. He's one of those permanent characters, plot armor. The only way they're taking him out is if there's problems behind the scenes, I feel. Or they have some big change coming for the characters. Like maybe they want to push Rick out in a couple years. That might be a way to start the ball on that. Alright, terrible show. Do you think the crossover is a good idea? No, I do not. I think that is, no, it's not a good show. Not a good idea for the show. Not a good one at all. I mean, it'll work. Fans will eat. I'm sure fans will eat it up. It's just, what's that word? Fan service? Alright, Juan Manuel. Let me scroll down. Yeah, there we go. Juan. Can you explain to me what happened at the end of the episode? My YouTube TV trial expired in the last 5 minutes. Laugh out loud. They just pulled out big guns and shot all of Ezekiel's people. Ezekiel jumped on him and that was it, you know. Thank you very much for that support. But yeah, that's it. It was a cliffhanger. They shot Ezekiel's people. And before that, Rick and Daryl shot a savior. You know, that's it. They kind of, you know, added a little scene there just for the reveal for the guns. That was the only importance of that. I know what you mean, man. Corner Productions. Ron, were you disappointed with the way the guns sounded in this episode? They sounded very stick to me. When Daryl was shooting the revolver, it just seemed off. Keep up the great work. I like the big revolver. He pulled that one out, and it kind of had a different boom to it. I will tell you right now, guns are iffy. I've shot a lot of guns before. I love guns, and I remember the first times I would go and shoot all different types of guns. It's never how it is in the movies. Punching is never how it is in the movies. Punching in real life is, it's like God, it is, I don't know, it's just such an incredibly horrific but exciting, thunderous, like soft slap of flesh. In movies, it's like slap and passion, boom and bam. Punches in real life, you feel them when you hear them. It's that vicious. And movies, and this is one thing I've always wanted to do. I wanted to start with writing scripts and getting da-da-da-da, but then build it enough where I could take a little money and do an independent movie and be like, now, that is how you do it. The ultra realism. That's where my heart is. That's what I want to see. So when it comes to the gunshots, I know it's going to suck, but I want them to sound real. And gunshots are not as booming as TV makes them seem. There's a crackle to it, you know, especially in the background. That you know, it has this crack, not this the boom. Now there are guns that have. I know my shotgun was like that thing was a beast, you know. That was a boom. I don't know. I didn't catch anything in first viewing, you know, with this, but I always have an issue with guns and punching. It always sounds like it's not. Yeah, it always sounds like they do something to it. Who else we got? Donnie, Leffa Gregory was so funny, actor. Hey Ronnie, do you think the Gracie going to the hilltop deconfirms the theory that Judith dies this season? I will say, if you want to make the argument for Judith, no, it's still on the table. Comic book fans will know why, because everyone meets up eventually again, so there's room. And now, it even more pushes the theory, except for the bunny, because there's going to be something that happens that pulls all the characters together, and it's going to be a war scenario, which, ding, 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 war, bullets, death, you know, even innocent gunfire, what is that, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean. But I will say, I personally, even though you see that and I hype up the prediction with the speculation with Judith, I don't think there's more than a 20% chance of that happening, mainly because I don't know if AMC has the balls, to be honest, to make a maneuver like that. I will say, I do think there's a bigger chance that they'll be attacked and someone like Tara or some other character, maybe a minor character, will be running with baby Gracie, get shot and die just like the way Lori was. I think there's a better chance of that happening than with baby Judith. But either baby, I think it is, wow, that's gut-wrenching. What else we got here? Super chat. All right, where's that? I lost the super chat. Freddy Krueger, 31. Do you think the way Rick looked at Daryl after killing Morales is Rick being shocked at how far Daryl is willing to go, or is it just me? No, again, I feel like it's a shock, you know, initial shock, like, oh, why'd you do that? But on the same strength, this is Rick who knows they got to get this done. So there's that internal conflict where he knows it's got to get done, but it's eating away at him. He knows it's not right. He knows they should at least allow for a chance. And he was just arguing that with Morales. He's like, Morales, I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't hold you at gunpoint and whoop-de-whoop. I would offer sanctuary. I would offer, you know, friendship, an army, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So I do feel like there is a shock there, but it's in conflict, direct conflict with pushing that aside and getting the job done. And I love how that seems like it's going to keep creeping back up. All right. Finally, some Kingdom people die. Yep. Super chat. Did we get all the super chats? Oh, here we go. Let's go down to the bottom. No, I'm getting to them. Godzilla, I'm getting to them. Guys, Gregory needs his own spin-off. Yeah, alright, let me scroll up here. I guess I did. Alright, yeah, there's yours. I'm looking. Yeah, right here. Gregory needs his own spin-off. Xander Berkeley, fuck the world. That used to mean fuck the world. I know it means something different now, right? Fuck the world. Whatever. I thought it meant fuck the world. All right, Godzilla. Daryl wouldn't have ran out of ammo if he didn't carry a goddamn motherfucking crossbow to a gunfight. Bring a damn rifle. Yeah, that is a bit funny. He should drop. No, yeah, I don't know. This is where I'm in conflict again, because I think a crossbow is a great weapon to get the drop on somebody quietly. If, you know, the time arises, you're going in and out of the corridors and stuff. It's great. But at the same time, you know, bring 2 or 3 pistols. They got little guns that you can put in your fucking pocket. Bring a rifle, the crossbow, 2 pistols. You're good to go. Do you think that they're making Daryl do the ruthless tendencies so they can kill him off? Chandler Riggs has openly said he wants to go to university. I don't know if I still buy that right now, because they said, yeah, I'm sorry, he'd be an idiot. He'd be a straight idiot. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a world. When I said there's stuff going on behind the scenes, in order for me to believe that, I mean like, oh, well, you know, I want more money. No, we're not going to give you more money. Well, bluff him. Okay, well, your character's going to die. All right, never mind. I'm sorry. No, he's going to die anyway. You know? There's nothing you're going to learn in a university that, you know, you can't go back and just, I mean, you're caking it with this. I don't know. Maybe just people just view it differently. Just, I don't know. Anyhow. Do you think that they're making Daryl do more ruthless tendencies so they can kill him off? No, I think I don't think they're doing it so they can kill him off. No, we get this every year where people think they're doing this to Daryl. Oh, they're making the fans hate Daryl so they can kill him off. Oh, he's ruthless so they can kill him off. No, they're doing this because it's part of the character that they've been developing this whole time. If they kill him off, that's going to be related to something else. It's not going to be because of what they're doing now. Let me read the other. I love the crossbow. Come on. That's from Godzilla. He said, Ronnie, you missed 2 of mine. Godzilla. And speaking of the sound effects, here we are. And speaking of the sound effects in Hollywood, the best gun sound in The Walking Dead by far is Rick's Python gunshot in Season 3. It sounded like a real 357. If you ever shot 357, they're loud. Yeah, I have. I've shot a 357 a few times. However, I was like 17, so it doesn't register if that's like the exact sound. You remember things, like you remember distinctive things, you know, but the actual, like, I can't hear the gunshot. Like with my shotgun, I owned that for years and used to shoot it every other weekend. Loved it. So I can still, like, you know, if I thought about it, I hear that sound in my head. 357, it was my uncle's, and it's been a long time. I had a 357. I never shot mine though. My friend is such a bitch. Waited 30 minutes for him before Thor. He shows up and said he should have waited. Fuck him. He ignored my ass for 4 days. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. That's all right. All right. Morales' death pissed me off, says Kryptonation. Devin the Dude, whose side are you on, Jesus or Morgan's? Right now I'm on Morgan's. I do appreciate Jesus' side, but it's not worth the risk. I'm on Morgan's side. Snowflake, from Jake from State Farm. Dude, what the hell with that ambush? Do you think the acid which befell the Acid Walker is in the water tank-like buildings where Ezekiel, Carol, and the Kingdomers are, or will it be used on them? I think it's in that area. It's where they're headed. I just don't think it's going to be in one of those big containers. That might be a bit much. I think it's going to be a smaller thing. Do you think Morales will appear in Fear the Walking Dead? No, I don't think that makes any sense for him to appear in that. Q&A, what do you think of Daryl's kill the Savior? Rick gave him the word that he wouldn't kill. I like it. I like it. I think it's badass. For the character, you know, and for the story, I think it works. And more importantly, it's going to eat at Rick Grimes. And that builds for, that develops for great story later on. You know, because Rick he wants to kill and win the war. But now it's eating at him, you know. And we're seeing a lot of inner turmoil within the ranks. Which conflict are you most excited for? Jesus, Morgan, Daryl, Rick, Tara, Jesus, etc., etc. I really don't care about either of those, to be honest. I'm good with all the other stuff. I like the Jesus and Morgan having butting heads. I don't want to keep this going or make it a big thing. I like the Daryl and Rick a lot, probably the most out of the 3 choices. and I want it to impact the story going on, but I don't want it to be its own story. You get what I'm saying? I want it to be a moment in the episode. Maybe they both go through something, and it even changes them both in a way. But yeah, I want that to be like a theme in one of the episodes, not a major part in the rest of the series. You know what I mean? Where do you think Dwight is right now? Dwight is still trapped with the Saviors. David Sizemore. Do you think Daryl is pissed about the cell he saw, and that's why he's in clear mode? No. Daryl's been pissed since he got free. He's been pissed this whole time. He beat Fat Joey to death, you know? This is the same Daryl we had back then. Or at least that's how I see it. Go Fo. I messed that up. Do you think Shiva will die next episode? Yes, I do. Number of reasons. One, I gotta go back and look at it and pinpoint it, but there was kind of like a setup, kind of foreshadowing, maybe a little kind of comment where Ezekiel said we won't lose one within our ranks, and they did focus on Jerry, which is another one where I'm like, come on, please don't make it that predictable. I mean, you're really, but again, that would be a vicious defeat. They've done a good job at building up Jerry, Ezekiel, Shiva, even Daniel, even the girl with the arrow. If he lost all of those, I mean, he's crushed. And look at Ezekiel walking home. In the trailer, Ezekiel was walking and all his people were parting ways. If he shows up back home defeated and crushed, it now makes sense why everyone was separating. But now I'm thinking about it. Jerry had that red outfit and Carol was there with the shotgun. So now I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Yeah, you know, I'm processing some prediction mode now. But yeah, Jerry should get out of this. Let's see what Godzilla has to say. When Rick was shooting walkers to save Michonne when she passed out at the fence, you see smoke coming out of the barrel. Andrew Lincoln was actually shooting blanks instead of them CGI. Oh, them CGIing a gunshot. No shit. I didn't know that. Didn't know that, homie. Thanks for that $10 super chat, brother. And all the rest. Speaking of sound effects in Hollywood. Oh, yeah, you hit it up with a double $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Katie Kubsekski. Did I say that right? Do you think Rick will show Negan all the Polaroids he's taken of Negan as possible? Hell in the Cell, just one? Yeah, I hope he shows all of them. Dr. Infallible says he's on Jesus' side 100%. Morgan is going back to his irrational state of mind, which isn't good for anybody. I agree with that completely. Everything you said. However, I still think Morgan is right on this, just based on the fact that it's just too much of a risk for the Hilltop people. And again, though, this is not like I'm right, you're wrong. No, I think we both would have good points. You would have good points on that, just simply letting people live and get a second chance. You know, so again, some of them might have been forced into that, and I feel like I got a good some good points as far as keeping the people at the Hilltop safe. If there was somewhere where they could take them, kind of like a prisoner camp, somewhere that's off the beaten path. Let's see what we got here. Where has Michonne been this season? Also, why don't the Saviors attack Alexandria? Why the delay? Charmander, are you just not paying attention? Michonne is injured. She got her face kicked in, and it's only been a few days. It's been like, what, 4 or 5 days. She had her face kicked in until it was swollen and all that. She needed time to rest, so she's home. Rosita is home as well, and she got shot. She got shot in season 7, and that was quick, you know. So a lot of people might have missed that. So she got clipped. Michonne got her ass beat. They're waiting at Alexandria and relaxing and chilling and recuperating. The Saviors can't attack. They're trapped. Like, keep in mind, this is the same day. This is still the same day. Rick shows up at the sanctuary. He trapped them with walkers. All right, Negan and the Saviors are out of commission. They're trapped. They're still trapped. And then they went immediately from the sanctuary to go kill the people at the outposts. That's what they're doing now. So it's only been a few hours since they trapped Negan, and they're killing people at the outposts. Unless I missed some overnighter. I don't think I did. I think that's pretty much how it went down. Oh, fucking hell. Am I right on that, or what? You think so? No other days have gone by, right? You think before the end of The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead, we'll see a community we built from the ground? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Do you think Rick is trying to use the photos to turn to trash people? He said he was going to... Yeah, you know what? He might be doing that. He did make a comment that made it sound like he was going to go to the trash people, and that might be where he's heading. Remember when he told Daryl, I'll go, and if Daryl doesn't hear from him, Daryl's going to come looking for him and shit? But I thought after they found out where the guns were, then Rick would try to go notify them. Chad Romeo. Do you think Rick is trying to use the photos? Oh, wait, I already did that one. Damn it. All right, let's scroll down. Holy shit, what was that? Sacred Fire asked if they brought Morales back so people would stop asking about him. No, I think they brought him back to touch base with the past season when Gimple said, "Oh yeah, this and that." Fuck, how did he word it? It's to visit his past. You know what I mean? I don't think it was like, "Oh, let's shut up the fans." I think it was simply to bring something back from season 1. Are you drinking milk? No, that's iced tea. Chug chug for the win. Do you think before the end of The Walking Dead? Oh yeah, we already did that one. Ronnie, if Aaron Foster's Gracie, and in the flash forward, we presume the girl that called Rick dad is Gracie, you think it's likely Aaron's dead at the time of the flash forward? Well, no. If Aaron Foster's Gracie, I think it changes all of that. I don't think any of that's gonna be, you know, that's Gracie. You think it's likely Aaron's dead at that time? Yeah, that seems like a whole... Because keep in mind, if they do a time skip, there's no reason to jump around like that. So I would have to say no. It's either someone else raises Gracie, or, you know, Rick raises Gracie. It's either or. Destiny. Do you think Jesus' mercy for saviors that gave up will have him or someone else killed or injured? You can't really trust these people really gave up for real. Yes, I do believe one or more of the saviors that have been captured it'll bite them in the ass. But I also believe there's room here for some of the saviors to do some good. Do you think we already did that? Hold on, where's Charmander again? I guess we lost that. See how the comments scroll all the way down? Let's go now. Alright, Godzilla. Plus in Season 3, when Rick shot outside, it echoed, and when he shot inside, it was compact. In recent seasons, it sounds the same in and out. I'll have to, I'll be honest, I don't, unless it's something that's, you know, I don't focus on them. I think it's just because for a lot of the different things, like punches, I just don't. Like, I can't tell you what the punches sounded like in episode 2 against Rick and that guy. I just blocked them out because it's not what I want. I want it to sound like realistic flesh packing. Same thing with the guns. Like, I know there's a lot of times and moments in movie and TV where it just doesn't sound real at all. But again, I don't know. Maybe it's like selective hearing. Kyle, Negan would tell his people to help him out before he told him to go to Alexandria. Well, they get attacked, and Negan be that way. Yes, if Alexandria gets attacked, Negan will be there. Yep. Do you think Morgan should have finished Jesus off? No, no way. Just let everyone know, in Taiwan has been highly edited. I'm watching right now and comparing it with the online version. They make a quick deletion of many scenes. What the fuck is so frustrating? Oh, that sucks. What do you think about Eduardo getting some dialogue? I like that. Hopefully this doesn't mean he's gonna die. No, he didn't get the type of gonna die dialogue, I don't think. Ronnie, and how many days has it been since Glenn died? Also, how far is the Kingdom, Sanctuary, Hilltop, and Alexandria to each other? Oh man, this is like, that's like fucking season 6 questions there, huh? I meant the distance. I don't know. Personally, I just don't care about the distance, other than it supposedly takes a few hours to get to if you're driving, you know. Yeah, supposedly. But I think they play loose with it, so it really doesn't matter. Put it this way. You could get to it in a few hours. It's the easiest way to think about it. Because if you start going, oh, is it, 8 hours or 12 hours? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So as long as you know it doesn't take days to get to it, you're good. So just a day each. Ronnie, how many days? As far as how many days has it been since Glenn died, I have no idea. But it's been what? A few weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Q&A. Did it bother you for some of the dialogue between Jesus and Morgan not to fight conflict before that? They were saying, we do not kill, we have, I have, etc. Who talks like that? There's some of the dialogue where it is a bit iffy. Sure, I'll give you that. Some of it feels like it needs a couple more words and you'll be all right with it, like who's killed, and I don't know. Yes and no. But I'd have to go through the dialogue and bore you all to death and be like, okay, this little part needs I've killed people, Jesus. I've done it. I've done it just recently. Some of the dialogue needs a little bit of, realness added in. Q&A. Ronnie, what do you think we'll do with Dwight with the remix with the comic and have you come out against Savior in any way? I have no idea what you said. No, I don't think Dwight's going to be remixed from the comic. I think it's going to be really similar. Somebody freaking fired a writer's fast. The show is dying. They had a cool idea to explore and they destroyed it in a second. Fuck me. Jurassic Productions. What cool idea are you speaking about? So, what do we got? Let's see. Godzilla said, sorry, Ronnie, I'm a big gun guy, so I'm a stickler for realistic gun sounds and etiquette. Laugh out loud, hoping I'm not harping on it too much. No, you're good, bro. That's the one thing. They'll never get guns 100% perfect. I feel your pain in that. I'm the same way with punches. But again, like I think I just finally got to a breaking point where I'm like, I just don't care. They're never gonna get it right. When they do get it right, we can all stand up and go, now you got it. Now you finally did it. This episode was kick-ass. Ronnie, do you think that The Walking Dead needs to promote their show better? For example, Thor ads kept popping up on all vids I watched. Why doesn't The Walking Dead run ads all over YouTube? Well, real quick, here's the problem. Thor's coming out. The movie industry takes hundreds of millions of dollars, especially for Thor, and they pump it into advertising. It doesn't matter what AMC does. They're not competing with that. They're going to get over flooded. So you're trying to have AMC do something that someone else is flooding the market with. AMC can't, just let them advertise Thor and then keep it moving. But no, I don't blame AMC for that. Joe, why don't they imprison the captured saviors at one of the conquered outposts? There's an idea. I don't know where the garbage crew is. I have no idea where the garbage crew is. They're out there, though. I want to see what's in this. The garbage crew should be any episode now. If not next episode, the episode after that. I mean, they gotta be. I want to know what they're doing and why they haven't fought. Or what they've been up to, you know what? Because it has only been the same day. We gotta keep remembering that. It's only been that one day. What do we got? Carmander, do you think the show had more haters on than Breaking Bad? I have no idea, bro. If so, why do you think that is the case? Again, I have no clue. Personally, I think The Walking Dead has a lot of haters. You're talking about a show that got, 2 million, 3 million viewers. Breaking Bad, for the majority of its run, only had 2 million viewers on average, I think. What? The first 2 seasons was like 1.5 million? I don't even think they hit 1 million with the first season. I think Breaking Bad's finale made the most it ever did with like 6 million viewers or something like that. So now, no, what you're talking about is The Walking Dead has anywhere from 10 to 15 million viewers on average, and Breaking Bad had what, 2 million, 3 million viewers on average. That's just, yeah, you're gonna hear more Walking Dead fans. It's just basic math, I would think. But anyone who knows for sure about Breaking Bad, look it up and let me know, because I'm pretty sure it's around the 2, 3, 4 million mark. Look at this shit. Look how sexy that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Speaking of Breaking Bad, check this out. We got Rick, we got Michonne, Carol, Glenn, and Mike Ehrmantraut. Yeah. You know what? I missed Michonne. I want to look at Michonne. Oh, I missed me some Michonne. Will Morgan go back to clear mode now that he left the kingdom and go on a killing spree after the Saviors? I think he's going on a killing spree, sure. I don't think he's going out there to just hang out. I do believe he's going to go kill some Saviors, which I think it's good, though. I want him to kill some Saviors. What else we got? I saw Thor Ragnarok, best Marvel movie ever. Yeah, I'm not real in a rush to see that. Godzilla says, I agree with you on the punch sounds too. In Sons of Anarchy, at least in my opinion, they actually sound like they're decking the fuck out of each other. Yeah, there's some shows and some movies that'll get it right, and when they do, it's glorious. It's like, oh my god, that is a punch. That's how you do it. But some of these movies, it's so silly. It's like, how the heck do all they have so much ammo to throw? Seriously, I can stockpile and yada yada yada. I see this comment a lot, and I get it. Yeah, it does seem like a lot, but I don't know. I'm one of those people who are on the fence. I get it. It seems like a lot, but on the same strength, you know, if they got boxes of ammo for right now, I mean, they're doing pretty good. I wish, you know what? That's probably loud as hell. I wish they would have done. I wish they would have done something with the ammo, like maybe showed cases of bullets or something, right? Ronnie, that's not a mug. This is a mug. Did you like the scene where Rick shot the fire extinguisher? Yeah, that was all right. As long as they really do that when you shoot them. Ronnie, even Daryl didn't give a crap who Morales was. Your thoughts on this? I love that part. Jesus, my ass off your gun. It will be broke in the hour. Wait, you're gonna be broke within the hour. Ah. Oh, I don't know who you're talking to. I meant to say that the gunshots sounded a bit stock. Oh, stock. I had a typo. However, Rick's Python sounds great. We'll shoot AKs. Charmander. Is it a guarantee at this point one of the Saviors will escape from the hilltop and rape or kill some of the survivors? Wow, you took it to the max. I don't know about rape. I think that is a bit over the top. It's a bit pushing it. Especially with what we've seen Negan's law is. This is the only thing that will change Jesus. No, I don't think you got to go, oh, let's rape a bitch to show any change whatsoever. Just getting away and being a threat. And again, I don't think you need to. You're not going to change Jesus's mind. That's not what this is about. Jesus is 100%, as far as the story is concerned, Jesus is 100% in the right. What he said is directly from the comic book, and it's what a bunch of people say. They say we need to work with these people after everything is over, and they do. You're not going to line up every savior. What if you killed Negan right now? And Simon and Gavin? What if they were all dead? You know, would you line up all the saviors and execute them? No, you wouldn't. You would have them integrate into your society. But then, you know, you need to know how. Well, what do we do? Do we set up laws? Do we do this? Do we do that? How do you do that? What if one of the saviors, they want to form a little party and attack you guys or go against you? That all has to be figured out. But you might have most of them go, oh, you know, our group is dead. I'm done. I give up. I'm just trying to survive. Because at the end of the day, they're all just trying to survive. Good night, the fire. Is there a mole? Gregory said that. Oh, you know what? I wrote that down. Gregory did tell Negan that he already knew they were coming. So either Negan, which I think that's kind of bullshit, because Negan had no idea. He was taken surprise, right? They killed his lookouts. So maybe he meant, you know, Negan knew. I don't know. That's one thing we got to talk about, because that doesn't make sense now. Because if he knew, why didn't he prepare for it? He didn't prepare for it. So, but then again, Gregory just got there, so I don't know. But I thought the same thing. When he said that, I was like, oh, you know what? I bet you someone's talking. A lot of people said Gabriel the one day, and I think that's just a ridiculous stretch. I can't see Gabriel being a snitch. Ronnie, it looks like he's swigging moonshine, hitting the vape. Yeah, buddy. Jake from State Farm being a dick. Breaking Bad finale got 10 million viewers. Breaking Bad's finale did? Hold the fuck on that. Hold on. Breaking Bad ratings. Oh, is this done? Okay, the season finale smashed all records, it says. Oh yeah. hold on to your 10 million there, buddy. By Game Changer, delivering a record 5.9 million viewers a couple weeks ago. Ratings notably rose to 6.4 million viewers. Then last week's penultimate hour crept up to 6.6 million. And wait for it, for the grand series finale Sunday night, Breaking Bad hit 10.3 million viewers with a 5.2 rating among adults. So hot damn. Yeah, that's pretty friggin' good. I'm actually shocked. I got that, how it says 6 million. I got that 6 million stuck in my head. But I'll be damned. That's pretty friggin' good. I wonder what Breaking Bad Season 1 ratings. Just as curious, because I could be wrong on the Season 1 ratings. What's my Season 1 ratings? Oh, I have no idea. This isn't showing anything. Oh, yeah, right here. Season 1 had 1.4 million viewers. 1.4 in Season 2. 1 million in Season 3. 1 million in Season 4. 1 million in Season 5. And 1 million in Season... U.S. viewers. 1 million in Season... what? Okay. Clearly... oh, I'm sorry. Season 1, I was going by episode. All the episodes had about 1 million viewers. Season 2 had 1 million to almost 2 million. Season 3 was around 2 million viewers. They're all like 1.9, 1.5, 1.4, and 1.6. So yeah, we're talking, it hit 2 to 3 million in Season 5. And then in Season 6. Yeah, so yeah, my thing still stands. They had a great finale. 10 million, that is fantastic. But my thing still stands from that person's question. And if you got something that has, you know, 2, 3 million viewers or 4 million, something like that, for most of its time, you know, existence on TV, you're going to get more comments. You're going to see more negative ones. You're going to see more of this, more of that. But you're right. Good looking on that. 10 million. That's awesome. Keep saying Q&A for the win. I'm confused. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. If you could give a piece of advice to any character in The Walking Dead, who would you choose? I have no idea. I think that is situational. You know, I wouldn't just walk up to a character and be like, here's some advice. It needs to be like a situation. Like for Morgan, you know, I would let him know that there's no one-all solution. You know, you can't be all peace. And you can't be all war. You've tried it. You've tried all peace and it breaks you. You try all war and you get lost. You know, you got to find your happy medium. You got to say, okay, this is a person who, and they might be able to get better later on, but you're not here for that. You're here to say, this is a person who is either going to be a harm, you know, to someone in the future and we got to take them out, or this is a person who can, you know, get turned around and come back from the evil shit they did. That's probably it. Oh, they did a good job on Michonne. Listen, this paint is fan-frickin-tastic. You guys aren't going to be able to see, but can you see that a little bit? Yeah? Damn. They did a good job on that detail. And she's got the little zombie heads. Oh, that is pimp. I can't wait to check that out in a review. Will Carol become the queen if she gets with Ezekiel? I think so. I think that's how it works. I want to see some of these deleted messages. Who's being dicks? Will I block the guy? Yeah, I'll try to block if I see them. Wait, oh, I didn't see who did that. Yeah, whoever copied that. We don't need to copy people's opinions if we don't. Raymond Brooks was banned by Joe Cool. Yeah, I didn't see who. Well, maybe he was causing problems, I guess, because it looks like he was banned. But somebody, yeah, Roman Rook said Scott Gimple should get fired. Like, and he shouldn't be. You shouldn't take out his comment for that. Again, unless he's being a dick, then I don't care. But if he has an opinion that we don't agree with, just leave it up. But again, unless he's being a dick, which that could be the case. Yeah, Gregory was definitely bullshitting. Q&A, 6 try. Past few episodes were better than the opener. Oh, dear God. Do you think it's time for change in showrunner since the structure hasn't been all that good in the last few seasons? No. Because I disagree. I don't think it hasn't been all that good in the past few seasons. I do think no matter what, listen, this is one thing Walking Dead fans just need to deal with. There is no way to get around the budget being an issue. And I know we hear a lot of people every time we talk about it. Oh, Ronnie, again with the budget. The budget is one of the most crucial aspects about a TV show. Go watch season 2 is a perfect example, and notice how the sun alone, when they're filming outdoors, it gets extremely expensive because you can't manipulate the lighting outdoors. You got to deal with the sun. Watch season 2. I love season 2 still. But watch how ridiculous the lighting is. When you see the shadows under their face and then there's no shadows or the shadows off to the side. They clearly didn't have enough time, and the budget was clearly a huge issue back then. And we've seen it all throughout its lifetime. The budget has been an issue. No matter what showrunner you bring in, the story isn't going to dramatically, oh my God, this is amazing, without them figuring out how to work around the budget. That is it's not the showrunner. You wanna help The Walking Dead? Give it more budget. Give it a few more millions of dollars. And the reason I say that without any fucks given is because you got to understand the people who make money off this are making hundreds of millions of dollars, and we're saying it'd be nice if The Walking Dead had $10 million more. $10 million more. They're pulling in hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's like, The Walking Dead should have 10 more million, In a perfect world, they'd get 16 million more, and they'd add $1 million for every episode. Loosely, because if an episode didn't need another $1 million, you could push that over to the finales or something. But yeah, again, yeah, I think that is the biggest thing. The budget, yeah, not the showrunners, but I understand people's frustration with the showrunners. Showrunner Godzilla. I really hope Rick gets his axe back. Jerry has it right now because they rescue guns in the show. What? No, Rick has his axe back. Wait, Jerry has that big battle axe, unless I missed something. Godzilla, they could easily have him or anyone else who gets it, if he dies, goes up to Rick and say, Carol said this was your gun before Negan's boys took it from you. They could easily have him or anyone who gets it, if he dies, go up to Rick. Yeah, I think you're mistaken, Godzilla. Jerry doesn't have Rick's axe. He has that battle axe. Rick has his hatchet. It's on his hip. It was on his hip before. I had a picture of it because he knelt down, and you can see it on his hip still. I don't know if he took it in the building when they went to fight, but in the one picture I have, it's on his hip. Dude, guys, FTW means for the win. Yeah, that's the new one, for the win. There's fuck the world. FTW, fuck the world. That's the one we were talking about, for the win. There's also another one that people put all the time, and it used to mean something else a lot more than it means something different. Yeah, I fucked it up. For the win. You're right, for the win. Not fuck the world. And you've been acting like you are not enjoying my chats today. Haven't done anything. Oh, don't be a bitch. Don't do that. I don't even remember reading that many of your questions. I have no problems with you, bro. But it's just, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. You brought this up last time, too. I think twice now, through 3 streams. You keep being like, Ronnie, is there a problem? You mad at me? Ronnie, answer my questions. I'm asking you to be patient because you're bombarding me with questions, and all I'm asking is just be patient, bud. I'm going to get to your messages, and I don't have any problems with you. Other than being patient, just please be patient. That's all I ask. Godzilla, no, his AK-47, I said AK. Oh, did you? Let me read. Oh, his AK back. Okay. Who has his AK? Jerry has it. Oh, shit. He does, doesn't he? Oh, shit. Well, maybe there's another one. Hopefully there's more. Fuck, that's my bad. I thought you said axe. I was just scrolling through real quick. Yeah, I hope he gets his AK back because Rick is a badass with it. Who cares about ratings? Enjoy the show. Well, we weren't... if I don't know, ratings are very important. They matter. But we weren't actually talking about ratings. Before we were talking about ratings to see how many people were watching the show, to see how many people were talking about the show. So even though we discuss ratings, you know, please fall back. I'm just fucking around with you. But seriously, fuck off. Higher viewership does not mean critical acclaim. I think almost every episode of The Walking Dead is comparable to Breaking Bad's The Fly show. Holy fuck. I'm going to eat glass. Charmander, open your goddamn ears. We're not talking about the fucking ratings. If more people are watching a show, more people will talk about the show. You asked why it feels like there's more people talking about The Walking Dead in a negative light than there were about Breaking Bad, about the haters, you said. And I simply said, I think it's because there's more people watching The Walking Dead. There's more people commenting. There's more active people. If you got a bigger community, you'll see more negative comments, more positive comments. You follow me now? Now that we got that bullshit over with. Sorry about that. Not fun. I don't know what you mean. I want to see Michonne and Carl badassery. Yeah, I can't wait to see my Michonne again. Wait, I can see her right now. Hey, Michonne. How you doing, baby? Ronnie, what do you think Negan will do with Father Gabriel? I don't think he'll do anything. There's something in the back of my mind where I'm like, man, you know what? They might do this where he has all the chance in the world to kill Gabriel, and he's not going to do it. It falls in line with stuff that happens like that in the comic. Hey, Ronnie, are we going to get a Negan backstory? Yes. I don't think we need one right now. Yeah, I don't think we need it at all right now. Down the line, we should. Do you think one of the saviors at the hilltop will recognize Gracie since Aaron is bringing her there? Also, are there no bunny when Rick handed her Gracie? Yeah, I mentioned that before. Not about the saviors. I never thought about saviors recognizing her, you know. There's a chance, sure. I don't know what good that would do for the story unless they later take her on, you know. Once they announce peace. As far as not taking the bunny, it's as simple as we just didn't see it, or again, the bunny doesn't matter, yeah, they reused the prop, which would suck. I don't think Judith needs to die. I think it would be cool if they did something with the bunny. Why do people hate the show so much yet still watch IMDb's canceled The Walking Dead 20 episodes in a row and only 9 and like 2 8s? Yeah, again, I don't follow online shit because you get people who don't like the show and for some reason they're so enthusiastic about going and giving it a 1 and 2 stars. And I noticed because I was going to do a video on ratings, and if you just go to the 1 star, especially on Amazon, it's the worst. You'll see people who are like, this show has never been good. Why is this still on the air? I'm giving it 1 star. And it's like, you've never liked it, ever. So, what the fuck? Joe Cool, still a fan till the end. I stay out of comment sections. Alright, Morales is still alive. He pulled a dumpster. Oh, yeah, did he? When do you think we'll see Oceanside again? Maybe if Tara dies, then that might agree to fight in the war. I don't think Tara needs to die. She could die. I think it's possible that she will die this season. But I think Oceanside might have a connection to the new Hungry Traveler. It only makes sense. Bring somebody they knew back, you know? Jesus, with this guy super chatting about guns constantly. I ain't gonna get shit answer. Laugh my ass off. You know what? That might be my fault, Tyler, because I skimmed over some mod questions. I might have done it on accident because I just seen the blue name, and I would just think, oh, they're talking to someone in the chat or doing this, that, and the third. That could have been totally my fault. I'm gonna keep an open mind. I do apologize. I'm gonna keep a clear head to look at some of the chat questions. I do see them, you know. Yeah, I see Brandy Lynn. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and get your question. I'll get it now because I do see them, but when I peek at some, I don't see a question, and then I just assume some don't. Hold on, I'm getting there. I'll get you. I'll get you, buddy. Where are we at? I'll get you too, Godzilla. Hold on 1 second. Taylor Ryder, here we go. One of these is gonna stick. Left my ass off. Ronnie, are you tired of the constant speeches like I am? Yes and no. I enjoy the speeches, but again, I don't think we need to have them like their speeches. You know, it would be nice once in a while just to get, like, even Rick with the, you know how they did that panning shot of the different people talking? It would be nice to just get Rick in a small group and have him just do a couple one-on-ones with people instead of the big speeches. And that's something I've been wanting for a while. You know, this is somebody they're going to look up to as, like, the leader of the new world. Like, that's Rick Grimes, the leader, the legend. It would be real nice to see him just give a little one-on-one to a few people, like the way they did that panning shot, instead of a big speech like that, you know? Birdman, who's Birdman shit? I'm gonna try to find one more for you. Okay. Oh yeah, do that. What she said. That helps too when you highlight the name. Let me slide over to the. No, it's definitely Rick's AK. It was same plum. Oh, what do we have here? Godzilla, I really hope it's AK just cause. No, it's definitely Rick's AKs. It has the same. Plus, the showrunners always reuse props and weapons that. Oops, like that. Yeah, I think okay. That's definitely his AK. I'm fine with that. I want to see him get it back, or he can get a new one. That's cool too. As long as he has one, he looks badass with it. I agree. Fuck the budget. It's way too low, and fuck 10 million. AMC could easily pull 20 to 40 million more dollars into each season. Fuck AMC. Just looking on the numbers too. Again, and thanks very much for the super chats. Absolutely, but again, just look at the numbers. Again, you have so much coming in, and it's for everything: the show, the licensing, this and this and this. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't get rich off it. You should. You absolutely should. You know, put in that's the business, obviously. But when you look at it and you're like, well, it wouldn't hurt. Like, people who, it's not like they stop getting rich. They'd still get super insanely rich, and The Walking Dead would have, you know, millions more dollars going into it. The Walking Dead's budget feels like this. People are gonna watch, like, you give them the bare minimum for what it deserves, and people will watch it anyway and come out in full force. And I kind of feel like that mentality is the one thing that's the snake that's coiled around its victim right now. You did that mentality for as long as you can stand, and now you're at a point where it might be the choices they make story-wise because of the budget that is kind of sucking or squeezing the life out of this thing, you know? Hey Ronnie, Norman said in Talking Dead interview that he will have a fight with someone you would not expect. I believe that would be Rick. What do you think? That would be cool. I really wish he didn't say that though. Sometimes I fucking hate shit like this. Like, sometimes I wish they would just let it fucking unfold. Like, why say anything like that? If it's Rick, I think that's shitty that they let him say that. I'm really pissed if it is Rick. Now, if it's not Rick and it's somebody like, oh, he beats up Jadis, like, just fucking beats her ass, you know, I'd be like, oh, shit, you know, kick her ass, yo. Or maybe even Negan. That would be great if they got a fist fight in. And that would be another way to to please the fans. You got so many Daryl fans being like, oh, Daryl needs to kill Negan. But you got to have Rick end that shit. So it would be badass to have Daryl and Negan just throw down, you know? That would be pretty cool. Carol's smile looks like when Franklin the Turtle smiled, laugh out loud. Melissa McBride has a beautifully mesmerizing smile. I think she absolutely has she just lights up a room with her smile. Just like Danai Gurira. How do you say that? She also has a smile where it's just it's intoxicating. Wait, did I say it right? Intoxicating. Yeah, I said that right. What the hell? But yeah, Melissa McBride has a beautiful smile. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Do you think that Daryl and Rick will have some sort of conflict due to killing? Yes, absolutely. I believe, strongly believe that's the whole point of it. When Rick brought Gracie out, he didn't have the bunny. It didn't look like it. Laugh off. Told you one of those fuckers is gonna stick. Thanks. Not a problem. And do that right there. Yeah, highlight that shit. Taylor Ryder, are you happy now? Oh, Godzilla, what was your salary and how do I sign up for the job? Q&A. Hey Ronnie, curious, what was your thoughts on the dialogue in The Walking Dead? I love the show, the cinematography is amazing and the storylines, but the dialogue is so bad. What's up with that? I'm in between. I see people say it's so bad. I disagree. I think there's a lot of moments where the dialogue is like, oh yes, you know, especially some of the speeches, like Rick in season 5 speech is just freaking incredible. However, there's moments where I do agree with you guys. There's moments where it's like, yeah, that's just not how people talk, and I've pointed them out, especially when I see it because how it relates to the script. Like Daryl saying that Beth is just gone. People don't talk like that, and I hate when they do that shit in Hollywood. So yeah, I agree with you. There's dialogue that needs to be reworked. It just doesn't feel like real people talking. Ronnie, think so? Oceanside purpose could be this. After the war, Rick and gang goes back to return to their guns and finds Oceanside in the aftermath of the Whisperers. No, I don't think it should be that. No, because that's not the aftermath of the Whisperers. They would go back and find them overrun by walkers. You know what I mean? Anybody who mentions anything with the Whisperers and you want the first introduction hint to be the reveal, I'm against like you would not believe. Like I will throw down a fist fight over that. You should never reveal the big reveal in a hint, you know? This is the big bad coming up, maybe. Here's a hint. Oh, but guess what? They're this, you know? Never, ever, ever. I do think you could do hints, but again, it won't be a hint to them. It'll be a hint to a big herd, and people won't find out about it till later on. But you'll have to be really subtle with the hints. Real subtle. Like, it looks like a herd went through there, but some people were stabbed to death. Something like that would be a great hint, you know? Matt, Q&A. Thoughts on Rick versus Morgan fight? I don't think they need one. They built it up during season 6. Don't remember if it was developed, but I think Morgan is going a bit rogue. I don't think they need a fight. I don't think they need one at all. I do think they have potential for a fantastic story of conflict and healing coming up. And I think Morgan, honestly, after this episode, I think he's close to being done with the show. And I've never thought that as much. And Morgan's one of those characters where you can say that every season. Every season you can go, this is going to be the one for him. Because he's living longer already than his comic counterpart. But just with the way they're doing it, I think they might end his story in a very tragic way. And I can't wait, because that could be some great TV. I love Lenny James, but I think, you know, good life, good death. It's coming, hopefully. Taylor Ryder. Can we get a final count on how much Godzilla donated? Laughed my ass off. I know one person was like, oh, Godzilla, you know, was like $400 or $500 the one day, and I know it piles in like it's a lot because it's the 2 and 5, and it's a good amount. But some people, I don't know if they're hyping it up more, but it's like, it's good. It's got to be $100. It's got to be. Some people blow it up like, you know, he's some psycho dropping mad stacks. I think he's dropping mad stacks. I just put my foot in my mouth. I think it's mad. I think he went crazy. Give your card a break. It's having What's that word I'm looking for? It was the fall. What do we got? We got 5, 7. I'm not going to go and count that. That'll take 5 minutes to count. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's got to be over $100. It's got to be. Or, yeah, $100. No, I'm sorry. Because 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. What that? 55, 70, 80. Yeah, about $100, I would say. It looked like it was... Godzilla can say it if he knows what it is. It looks like $90 if I quick counted. Hey, Ronnie, love you, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. I appreciate the super chat and the support. Godzilla, fuck that. If Daryl fights Negan, Negan needs to beat his ass. I'm tired of them making Negan look physically weak. That would be a nice thing to throw in there. Oh, no, they can make money off of it, but give some of that money back. Look at how much money they've made from this show. Hope after this episode people stop talking about Morales. Yeah, I hope so. That's one. Yeah, thank you again, Ace of Kings, for the super chat, and I really appreciate the support. I have a feeling people are gonna mention Eric even though he's dead. I know it's gonna come. Ronnie, did the episode seem to just end? Like it still had a minute left, but they just ended it? Yeah, again, that's the gunshot shit that they're doing. People are aiming the guns, baka baka baka, oh, fade to black or cut the episode. It's starting to get really frustrating, and it's something that I like less and less when they keep doing it. And they do it quite a bit. Like I said, every season there's at least 1 or 2. How do you think it would have gone down if Daryl was with Jesus? Good question. I think Daryl would have just started shooting them in the head, in all honesty. I think he would have just started blasting them. What do you guys think? I think he would have blasted the shit out of him. Taylor Ryder, a shitload. He's unloaded. All right. Godzilla donated. Oh, right here. Godzilla Make a Path Presents donated $110 on the season 8 premiere live stream. Oh, I thought you said now. I was like, I feel like I was pretty close with that 90. I did it real quick in my head. The YouTube screens suck because they you scroll a little bit and they're all over the damn place. A lot of people ask why I skip around so much with these, and it's so touchy. Like if I scroll just a little bit on the screen, see it here? If you go a little bit, it'll just shoot right down to the bottom. Look, I'm all the way at the bottom now. It's like just a pain in the ass. Oh, maybe that's because I was at the bottom. Okay, that was a bad example. Fuck y'all. How would you have felt if it was Guillermo? What? I have no idea who that is. Where those saviors were running in the woods, I was expecting Morgan to snipe Jared, cursing them all to fall, but they shot someone else. And here's another thing. A perfect example of a scene of how I thought it was acceptable, but could have been a little bit more. They're all running with the rope. Have Morgan chasing them. Instead of doing the whole chase like they did, have Morgan shoot one, kill one, and he falls. They're all tied up. So they're running, but they're also dragging this dead body, and they're all trying to do it together, run, dragging the body. So now it slows them down even more. Now Morgan can slowly load his gun, walk around, aim, pop, gets another one, and now they're freaking out because they're really trying to, pull the 2 dead bodies now and trying to haul ass, or maybe one guy's like all bloody and he's trying to rip the rope off. And then Morgan aims to shoot the 3rd, and then, Jesus knocks the gun away. Just a little polish like that. And for me, I would have been like, oh, just a little something like, maybe I'm hyping that up too much, but whatever. Wait, expecting Morgan to snipe Jared, causing them all to fall, but he shot someone else first. Yeah, they're saving Jared for something else. Joe Cool left my house. You timed out yourself? How do you do that? Where is Negan? Negan's still... Guys. Fluffy berry gumdrop whatever. Negan's still trapped. Watch episode 1. You think Madison from Fear will someday show up as a villain in The Walking Dead? I hope not. First 4 episodes melting your screen, Ronnie, like Gimple once? No, not even close. Again, they might have overhyped it with that. I think they're doing a good job with it. It's just not melt your screen action. Maybe for The Walking Dead it is because they were doing a lot of the slow traveling and the survival, and it's not been an all-out war type show. There's a lot more fast-paced shit going on with the action because keep in mind, through their perspective, setting up all that action and stuff probably takes twice as long. It's probably even more difficult instead of just filming like a regular episode. So for them filming, it could have been like, oh my God, this is going to come out something amazing. But for viewers who are also watching all these other different movies and content at the same time, it's like you watch something and it blows your mind. Then you watch an episode of The Walking Dead and sometimes it's hard to compete if that thing was just through the roof insane. I don't think Morgan should die before Negan gets thrown into jail he built. No, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, God damn it, Charmander. God damn it. Let's read this just for the shits. When you factor in Netflix and illegal streaming, doesn't Breaking Bad have higher viewership and more fans than The Walking Dead? You're going to have to put in clear English what Netflix has to do with anything. Not only is Netflix doesn't matter when it comes to viewing because they don't put Breaking Bad on Netflix until after it airs anyway, but Walking Dead is on Netflix, so I don't understand your point about them being Breaking Bad and Walking Dead being on Netflix. It doesn't affect their ratings at all. You can't count that afterwards, you know. They don't count. It only counts the first week. And that's it. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you wait till the seasons end and then you don't matter. You don't keep the show alive. I'm sorry to say it. Ratings wise, you don't matter. If we all did that, the shows would get canceled. Your view doesn't count. Your money buying the seasons later and yada yada yada, that's worth something, but not as much as watching live. As far as illegal streaming, doesn't Breaking Bad have higher viewership? Again, where are you getting that from? Do you have the numbers on Breaking Bad, and does it show there's 30 million people that, you know, watch it illegally and there's only 5 million that watch The Walking Dead illegally? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand the math in that. Unless you have the numbers, what you're saying is just like, hey, isn't it possible that, you know, there's, I don't know, just I don't know. Give me some numbers. Hey, Ronnie, do you think The Walking Dead would be better received if it was released as a whole season? Possibly, yeah. I think possibly. Timothy, the gay community is going to have a problem with Eric's death. The gay community has a problem with everything. And here's the thing. It's not the entire gay community. It's not at all. It's this active loudmouth minority that's never happy, always bitching, always complaining. That part of the gay community I can't stand. Fuck all y'all, you know, eat a dick. But the gay community as a whole, like the normal everyday people that aren't bitching and complaining over every little thing, they rock. They are awesome. They're the ones who, everyone who's trying to be inclusive and give them representation in the movies and the comic books and all that, they're the ones who are the main focus of all that, not the whine asses. So if you're whining about Eric's death just because he's a gay guy and he died, sit on it. Colm, I don't know your name. Productions, do you think Daryl will fight Rick? I think it is possible. I don't want to see that, though, especially now everyone's dropping hints because of what fucking Norman Reedus said. Norman, you prick. I didn't mean a hint. I meant for their introduction reveal. If we could come up with Oceanside and the community is on spikes. Again, it wouldn't make any sense for anybody. Not to pick it apart again. I don't mean to keep going against it, but I am so against any hints at all of the whispers because, again, just look at if they show up and there's head on spikes, that doesn't tell us anything. You know, we're not going to know what that is. We're going to think that those are just some sickos that murdered them. It's not going to be a hint of the whispers. It's not going to be a hint of, you know, anything. I don't want to reveal any. It's not going to be a hint of any of that. They're just going to know here's some sickos that came by. Unless that's what you want, then that's fine. But if you're asking if I would like that, no, I don't want a hint. Unless it's so subtle, it's unfriggin' believable. I am absolutely against any hints, again, unless it's subtle and smooth about what's coming next. Joe Cool is a mute. Wait, Joe Cool is a loose cannon with his mute button. It moved. Did it move? Damn it. Tater Rider, I know what you mean. Oh, did anyone else feel disappointed when Maggie didn't punch Gregory in the face tonight? I felt a little touch of, oh, come on, man. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's Joe Cool's a loose cannon with that mute button, laugh out loud. Don't be ridiculous. Which is good, because if it wasn't for that, there's no way in blue hell I could afford to go to college. Oh, I must have missed what you said up there. I'll have to look. P.S. I'm the one who bought the custom Lucille's. Wait, the infighting will be used against them by the Saviors for sure. I'll get to the super chats in 1 second. Why did Aaron put Eric down when he saw he had turned into a walker? That part I didn't. That part I thought he didn't know if he was there 100%. He thought that's where he's going. He's somewhere in the herd, and that's why I thought it was a little more heartbreaking that he saw a walker. And he knew the walker was heading towards the herd, but that wasn't Eric's walker. That was just another walker, because that's where the walkers, that's where they go. They head towards the herd. And that's why, for me, I thought it was sad, because he knows Eric went in the herd. And he knows he can't go and find him, and he can't put him down, but he doesn't want to leave him as a walker. That's what really got me. I was like, that is fantastic. And then later on Talking Dead, they admitted that, or they revealed that Eric was a walker that was walking out, and it's kind of like, oh, well, couldn't someone just ran up real quick and stabbed him and then hauled ass back, you know? I think it works either way, but is Aaron's actor gay or straight in real life? I think Aaron's actor is straight. I don't want to put anyone in the box without knowing 100%, but I believe he's straight. I don't think Daryl could live under the same roof as Negan, so to speak. No, I don't think they could. I think it would be real problematic. Off topic. Do you want to buy the iPhone X? No, I'm not interested in any iPhones. For future reference, I don't do good with Apple products. I've never owned one. I'm a, Android, Samsung Galaxy kind of guy. For future reference, my name is pronounced C. Molnar. C. Molnar. Oh, I got you. I watch a lot, so get used to it. C. Molnar. I got you, buddy. Did I do it right? Super chat, left mouse. I make those, by the way. See, I like that. Super chat, left mouse off. I make those, by the way. What's up, Ronnie? Where did it go? Where did it go? Let me. Okay, I think where are we at? Because you're asking the same similar questions, Charmander. Straight, got a wife and a kid. Had a wife and cheated on her. Oh, yeah, cheated on his wife, huh? Why didn't Aaron put Eric down? Okay, here we go. Gregory didn't eat those pancakes. Yeah. Q&A, do you think the U.S. president in a show or comic is dead? I hope we never see a president. I don't know. For me, in the world of The Walking Dead, it just doesn't fit. I hope we never see that. But as far as being dead, I think he should be alive. If anyone lives, he should live. I don't want any part of the whispers yet. Do you think the Savior's numbered advantage should overwhelm the communities? No. If you have the numbers but your strategies suck, or you got hit and you weren't expecting it, they took a hard hit. So I don't think it should overwhelm them. Not yet, anyway. I agree. Ronnie said it right way. Thanks for clearing it up. Thank you. Hey, Ronnie, did Morgan hint at whispers already in season 3? No, he did not. It must have sucked having to kiss another man. I would suck face with another man if it meant getting on TV and being a famous actor. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? At least you're sucking the face and not something else. Okay. Was that a poor taste in a joke? Yeah, there's zero fucks whatsoever. That doesn't mean, like, if you're a straight dude and you have problems with it later and don't want to kiss men. I'm not like a lot of people. I'm not going to be like, oh, shame on you for not enjoying that. Like, you enjoy certain things. You have preferences. So if you don't enjoy that, you could take the one role, 2 roles, work your way in. And then later when you're able to pick certain gigs, just don't pick any gay characters, or at least when there's no makeout scenes that make you feel uncomfortable, But if you're going to get in the door, you got to do what you got to do. Harvey Weinstein knows all about that. All right, that was in poor taste. Q&A. Do you think the U.S. Oh, I already did that shit. Oh, let's go over to the... I wanted to see what the person said about the Netflix real quick. And then, oh, okay, all I'm saying is that a lot more people have seen Breaking Bad than Ronnie gives it credit for, and more viewership means more people comment on it. I give Breaking Bad a lot of credit. But I give them a lot of credit. I was wrong, not because I don't want them to have credit. I was wrong because I saw the article that said 6 million, and it was for the and it just stuck in my head. 6 and 10. I literally went and showed you the like, if you're mad that Breaking Bad has low viewership, don't get mad at me. I'm just reading the numbers off. And if you want to say, well, that's not true, it had to have been illegal people watching it and they didn't count it. Well, that's just you not wanting to accept the fact that only 1 million people viewed the first season, and I think that is outrageous. And that's another weird thing that trips me up. I agree with you. I think that's outrageous. More people should have watched it. But here's the thing: they watched it eventually. Those 10 million people who watched the finale, I bet you any money a majority of them went back and watched season 1. I bet you any money that means that somewhere along the lines, 10 million people watched season 1, maybe more. Maybe it was 15 million. But it doesn't mean they counted it live and yada yada yada. But the only problem is, I can't just say, oh, I believe. I got to look at the numbers and say, well, The Walking Dead has, and this isn't saying one's better over the other. You simply asked a question on why there's people talking about it more, and my opinion is because more people watch it. If you're refusing to accept that or don't want to believe it, that's fine, bro. Don't act like it's bad that other people have that opinion. You asked for an opinion, you got it. How come everyone gets headshots the first time? I don't know, and they should stop that shit, because it's a lot harder than they make it seem, especially people who don't train with a pistol, especially. And people have no hearing damage from gunfire. Do producers have no idea how? That's another one. Good point out. We've talked about this in the past. I use that as a way to defend the show when they do the sneaky walkers. If you're in the woods and you're like bang 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 and your ears are ringing, you're not going to hear the walker coming up behind you. You're just not going to do it. There's no way in fucking hell. However, going into war, they should know, and they should bring earplugs. All of them should. All of them should bring earplugs. Every single one. Not just going into war, but when they go out on runs, we should see them pulling out earplugs and putting them in. There's just no reason not to do that at this point in time in the apocalypse. Okay, so we're gonna end it in a few minutes. I'm going to do the super chats because I wanted to see what Salamander. I wanted to see what she said about the Netflix thing. Have saviors? Wait, how many saviors do you think exists? Oh, I thought it was like 200 or 300. Great shows. Get over it. Every time a character that was in a show before season 7 dies, I tear up a bit. The first half of The Walking Dead was litty. Trying to ask a reasonable question. Wait, I tried to ask a reasonable question. Laugh out loud. So I doubt they care. Wait, actors and get paid a whole. Wait, they are actors and get paid a whole lot, so I doubt they care. Breaking Bad ended ages ago. It's not even relevant to the live stream. Yeah, you're right. I probably wasted a lot more time on that. The question got me as one of those. What? You're right. I probably wasted more time on that. I have a habit. Once we go over the hour mark, I have a habit of just talking about random bullshit. I should fucking catch myself and stop that shit. All right, let's go to the super chats. I agree. Fuck the budget. Okay, Wisdom Fall. Hope this episode stops. We already did that. Godzilla. Here we go. Ace of Kings. Morales was just fan service. This is all he will ever be. Well, now he's gone. Hold on. We got a problem with Rick's friggin' head here. They packed the styrofoam in there good so he doesn't get banged up. Oh, and he's got the scars. They do good paint work on the eyes and stuff. Yeah, you can call him Morales fan service. There's still a bit there. I don't think he's only there for fan service. I do think it has to do with them wanting to touch back on the past. But yeah, if you call him fan service, he pretty much is. Godzilla, P.S. I bought one of those custom Lucille's you showed on Map Fam. The ones made by the ex-military guy, and I might say she is fucking awesome. Yeah, those Lucille's are badass. Aaron, actor, has a wife. Ace of Kings, thanks for that super chat. So Aaron's actor has a wife. Ross, Godzilla, I would suck face with another man. Ronnie Hayes, 2017. Yeah. That's going to get taken out of context. Real quick. Destiny Johnston. When do you think we will see Sadiq again? Oh, that's another rough one. Maybe in... Did you guys get a good look at that? That's friggin' badass. Maybe in 5. Episode 6. Somewhere around there, I'm guessing. Between 6 and 8, possibly. Did you watch the recent interview with Jeffrey Dean Morgan of him saying that Andrew broke his nose in a fight scene? Thoughts? God damn it. Are you serious? Fucking hell. Why do they talk? I don't want to know that they even filmed a fight scene. This shit. Fucking. You know what? It doesn't matter. There's probably some build up where they go to have the fight and it's a fucking commercial or a cliffhanger and we go into the next episode. My thoughts are... I really wish they start doing this shit and don't promote it. Don't put it out there and just let us get excited by it. And, you know, just save some stuff as secrets, you know. But, yeah, I'm good with fight scenes. I like it. If it's the one in the very end, I think that is fine. Because that we all know is coming. You know, we know there's going to be an altercation at the end. But if there's one soon and then one at the end, I'll be pissed. Hopefully it's one at the end. Yeah, Big Bird Gang. You're pushing your luck, homie. What's Big Bird Gang doing? Laugh out loud. I like Rick. Wait, I like Rick like hoes like dicks. Yeah, that's an old one. Were you disappointed with what they did with Morales and killing him off so fast? No, I did not. Ace of Kings. Where do you get Bobblehead? Oh, this is from... I'm going to do reviews on these. This is from Royal Bobble. Oh, he's got that little red machete down there. They make these. These are like the high-grade bobbleheads. They got really good paint, really good detail, and they have more accurate like sculpts of the actors and especially the clothes and the characteristics. There's a little base on there, but it's not like you ever get the bobbleheads that are like the cheap vinyl. You know, not cheap, but lightweight and feel. Like, these are solid. It's like a little statue bobblehead. It's friggin' epic. And they sent me originally Negan, which is one of my favorites. I love that little smirk he's got on. And I reviewed him, and I friggin' loved him and Daryl. I think they look fantastic. They're even... I think Daryl might be the most spot on. He looks great on the shelf. And then now with Michonne, I don't know. Now having... Negan, Michonne, and Daryl, like, lining them up on the shelf. It's looking like I want to put them all along the back shelf because they just look fan-friggin-tastic together. But they also sent... I want to open them up because I got to review them. And I got Carol and Glenn left to open up. Maybe I'll... Let's see what Carol looks like. She's got a plate. Because we're going to get going. This is part of the live stream where we kind of just hang out a little bit. And we just dick around a little. Because I am going to go to bed. But I want to see what Carol looks like. And we'll save Glenn for the reviews. She's holding... She's holding a little plate of cookies. Yeah, she looks like Melissa McBride. That is great. Oh... I think this is one of the cool things about these that I like. They have little things hidden on them. Like with Michonne, she's got the zombie heads on the base. They do really support these, and I like that they don't get banged up. I mean, I'm rushing to get them open, but I like that. They really support this so it doesn't get chipped. But look at that. She's holding a knife behind her back. That is awesome. And she's got a Cherokee Rose here. I love those little touches and things. And she's holding the cookies. And these are... Remember where she made the cookies with beets? That's another, like, epic little touch they did. it looks like it's a little off color because of the beats, like the hint of red or something. And her knife is actually, you can see the handle of the knife. It's her knife. And then we have her book bag. I guess that's it for the Easter egg stuff. But yeah, little Carol bobblehead. She's one of my favorites already because of all the little stuff they got going on in here. Yeah, she's definitely, they look badass. Before I ever bought a figure in my adult life, I had this one apartment with a girlfriend where her favorite color was purple, my favorite color was green, and we bought these green and purple things, and I got like a NECA bobblehead of the Joker and then one of the Batman, and I put them on the end of the bookshelves, and they looked badass. And I didn't even know they made toys that looked like little mini statues then, and I just found the bobbleheads. I was like, oh, that's cool because it gives the living room a nice little, you know, pop to it. So looking at this now, I'm like, yeah, man, because I bought the bobblehead before I even, you know, before Funko Pops were out, and that, I don't know, I guess I didn't even know they were popular. I thought it was something cool to put in the living room. But yeah, that's Royal Bobble. I guess you go to royalbobble.com. You can find a link down in the description. I'll put it in when the live stream ends. Anyhow, what do we got here? People talking shit. Yeah, talking shit. Let's fuck this person up. Talking shit. Talking all that shit. Mods are quick with it. Tyler Ryder. My name is Cotton Dean Michael. Q&A, did he mention he thinks he'll be crossover again tonight? I'm done with the crossover talk. I don't know who it's going to be. There's a rumor it'll be Nick. I'm going with that. Screw it. Wisdom Fall. I like Ronnie's after show more than the show itself. Awesome, buddy. Destiny, who do you think? Siddiq again? Alan Hannigan. Could you go to Patreon? Wait, could go to Patreon, but that would make too much sense. $10 for you to act like you really gave a fuck about Morales. Should be some funny shit. Thanks, Raldano. You really gave a fuck about Morales. I didn't give a fuck about Morales. I don't know what that means. $10 for you to act like you really gave a fuck about. Yeah, I didn't give a fuck about Morales. I never have. I never thought he should have returned. I'm glad he's gone, if that's what you mean. And that is legit real. I'm glad, because now no more, oh, Morales is coming, you know? I'm glad you got by, you know? Who was whispering in that Kingdom ambush scene at the start? Who was whispering? I didn't hear any whispering. Not that I heard. Why does Ezekiel look really sad at the end of the episode? Because that's when he saw the people were setting up to shoot him. Charmander, did you ask Ronnie that question about his daughter to troll him? Oh, Jesus, Charmander, what is he asking? Will Jesus be the first character in history of the show to break the moral compass curse? He may be. Yeah, these bobbleheads, if they're the ones right here, www.royalbobbles.com. They're the ones I believe somebody's talking about in the chat. Everyone's after the Michonne and Negan. Yeah, I hear they're real popular, especially since the style. It's not like your normal cheap little, you know, lightweight. It's like a mini bobblehead statue. I think these are like $30 a pop, or maybe like 20 or 25, something like that. But if you're getting these, you're not getting this as like a little, oh, let me buy a stupid little $5 bobblehead to throw on the thing. Like, you're getting it because this is like your style. You like the paint quality, the accuracy, the faces and stuff like that. Like, you're getting that specifically. I don't think after seeing these, me personally, and this is the only reason why I told them yes on sending these ones after I reviewed the Negan and Daryl, they won me over on Negan and Daryl. I don't think I would buy any old random, you know, $15 vinyl bobblehead that barely looked like the character. I'm good with these. I'll throw these on the shelf, and that's off the hook. Why Nick? Just because it's fan service. Yeah, just because it's fan service. I see no reasons why they should do the crossover. Is Maggie leaving herself open to Gregory-led mutiny by letting the saviors in? Does Jesus enter clear mode after, since he pushed for this so hard? I think she is opening herself up to the possibility of it blowing up in her face. Sure. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to get a drink, and we're going to wrap up the last couple questions and get rolling here because it is getting late now. It's getting super late. Wait, would you like it if they made a Glenn statue without eyes? This is the Glenn one. Oh my god, it's broken. This is the Glenn one. I can't wait to see what he looks like, but I think it would be badass to have an exclusive. I don't think they would ever make it, but have like the head with his eye popping out. The Death Glenn. That shit would be awesome. Oh, I don't see anything bad. Yeah. What milligram do you vape? I'm not into the vapes. I know I get these questions all the time. I'm not. I got a Boss Reserve. It's a flavor. I don't know anything really about vapes. All I know is I grabbed a cheapo that you don't have to know anything of. And then this Boss Reserve, it's like a vanilla graham cracker. I mess with this less and less. I just used it to stop smoking, you know, and I smoke this and cigarettes a lot less and less. Another couple weeks and I probably won't even go near the vape or cigarettes. But I don't know, you know, I don't know much about them. I know the fluid I have is only like 3 milligrams. What does liking do? Does it help? I'll like if it helps. Yes, liking helps a lot. However, it doesn't help if you don't share it. Like if your like isn't set up with the sharing, it doesn't help. It will help if, not on that aspect, it will help to push the video up the recommended a lot more. So it does help. What do you think about Daryl's attitude? I love it. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that. Sees you vaping. Why do you think Negan is going to do with Gabriel? I think he's just going to keep him around as collateral. I don't think it'll make much sense killing him. I'd be surprised, especially since at this point in the story, they already did that with Holly, and we kind of had that already with Sasha. I just think it would, I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't sit well with me. Because he ends his live streams early because his daughter has school. If she takes the bus, he doesn't have to be driving. Simple. Wait, what? Wait, because he ends his live stream early because his daughter... I don't end my I don't think I've ever end my live stream early, bro. These live streams are only supposed to be an hour long. I keep them going to 2 hours because I enjoy this shit and I want to, and I know people get questions that are missed, and I really want to, like, you know, da-da-da. Plus I really enjoy the community vibe to it, so I keep it going. I've never shut down a live stream early. I think everyone in the live stream knows that. I've never done that. As far as getting to bed, when I say, yeah, I got to go get to bed, yeah, I'm a single parent. I got to deal with my daughter. Bus or no bus, I have no idea what you're talking about. I got to be alert and ready and every single morning without fail. So, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Ronnie, I have a very interesting theory here. Daryl hasn't had any mercy for saviors. He killed Morales. Do you think this foreshadows that Daryl will kill Eugene? Loosely, I see what you're saying. It's possible. I wouldn't really bet on it, though, because, again, I feel like Eugene is needed, and it doesn't do anything for his story. It doesn't do anything for either one of their stories, to be honest. Or at least I can't see it. I can't see what it would do for their story. Episode just ended with a cut to black. What the fuck? Yeah, that's annoying. Whose cues aren't getting answered? So many participant copy and paste every so often. Yeah. Let me see. Maybe I see a name coming up. I can spot it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you know what? One thing I noticed too with doing the live streams, I always try to keep it where it's like, okay, Ronnie, you know, if you're talking, you're good. Just talk. So that way, like, I'll just grab whatever. Like, I don't pre-read questions. Like, I'll just, unless I'm, you know, vaping or drinking or something, I'll just grab. But more and more, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I should really fall back, because I do see a number of questions. No offense to some people, but I do see a number of questions that are just wastes of time to read. Not a lot, so relax, people. But there are some people who it feels like they just want to, you know, shit out random questions that have nothing to do with anything we're discussing. Which, that's fine if you want to ask something different, but so I think maybe I need to just fall back a little bit, pre-read some and skim them, and then find like really juicy ones and then rock with that. But yeah, if you didn't get your question answered, ask again, because I'm gonna end it soon, and I'd like to get your question in. I tried scrolling up and I didn't see one from you. How am I enjoying the war so far? Is it going the way I envisioned it? Not necessarily, but I'm enjoying it. I really wish there's a big, you know, something coming. I kind of feel like it's good, but it could be a lot better. There could be like a better polish to it. How many tattoos do I have? About 13. Do you think Morgan is going to be more passive? Morgan? No, I don't think it works like that. Again, that's why I think his story is real tragic. I don't think it works like that at all. It's not bouncing back and forth. Everything is different. So before he went from, you know, being normal to being a psycho killer, that Eastman brought him back, and now he was broken again. I don't think it's going to be like, okay, he gets brought back again. No, he's going to go into a different state. I think it'll be a tragic end at this point, but if he doesn't, he's obviously going to have some type of baggage and might need his space away from the communities for a little bit. Ross for a map interview. That would be pretty badass. People in the chat know Ronnie routine more than his stalkers. Yeah, Reptilian Queen, I have no idea what you mean about people whispering in the ambush scene. I think maybe you or someone else asked that already. I legit don't know. I have to rewatch that. I didn't hear anybody whispering. I didn't listen with headphones, though. I just had the TV on. But I didn't hear anybody whispering. He thinks you shut down early because some of us are different time zones, so we catch at the end of your stream. I totally understand why. Oh, okay. Yeah, the stream's been going for 2 hours, just in case that person didn't know that. They were taking cues from The Sopranos ending. Oh, fuck The Sopranos ending. Jeez. I hated that ending. Yeah, do you think we should see more Eugene, since we've seen him once this season and all? Barely said anything. In fact, I don't think he said anything. He started saying something. And then Rick shut him down. I don't care if we see much about Eugene. I think Eugene, we should see, you know, it doesn't matter. I think he will matter coming up in the new season if they go that direction. But I don't think we need to see Eugene now, because he's trapped at the sanctuary and we're dealing with the outposts. I think when we go back to the sanctuary, maybe episode 5, then it makes sense to see what he's doing. I'm cool with that. Do you think we should see Mary Eugene? Where that? Ash says, I feel we need new writers on the show and big deaths. We need some real risks for a better reward. I couldn't disagree more, absolutely. The first part, as far as needing new writers on the show, my argument stands. Those new writers got to deal with that budget. If you think that budget is nothing to worry about, you got another thing coming. As far as big deaths, what if Maggie got shot in the face? You know, what if Gregory just, oh, he's a spy for Negan after all, and he just shot her dead in her face? Does it make this episode any better? No, it makes it worse, you know? Anybody. What if Daryl died in a gunfight in this episode? What if in episode 1, Daryl, Gabriel, Maggie, Jesus, they all got, executed in the gunfight. What if it went bad? It doesn't make those episodes any better. Even if they rolled right up and shot Simon square in the face to kick it off, it simply doesn't make it better. Just having a big character die, it doesn't do anything. It's the story around it. Glenn with Negan, it wasn't just, oh, here's Glenn dying. That was all of that, that energy, that momentum. Same thing with Noah. Noah's a character I didn't give a shit about, and his death was epic, and it was just epic. One of those awesome, old-fashioned, old-school zombie tear 'em apart deaths. I couldn't disagree more. Just having a big death, for me, it doesn't do anything unless it's the story around it. Daryl gives no shits. I do think we'll get big deaths, but it's just not the time for it yet. Daryl gives no shits about the. You ask him to pretend he gave a fuck about Morales. Get those actin juices flowing. Laugh out loud. Was asking you, oh yeah, you think Rob Zombie existed before the apocalypse? I don't know what you're talking about. Do you think The Walking Dead will use Michonne's comic storyline when she leaves after the war and give it to Carol, or after? Again, Michonne's comic storyline's very different because she wanted to leave to find her family. We don't have characters like that. So I think in a way they'll give it to her, right? But not do exactly that. They'll have her venture out, to get space, to recollect herself. But it's going to be a remix of Michonne's. It's not going to be like it at all. It's not going to be exactly like it, but it'll be a remixed version. So maybe she can go back to living at that house. That's perfect. She goes out of the kingdom, lives in that house that she wanted before the war, and she uses this peaceful time to get away and go on missions, do the ocean. And this way she's gone, but she didn't leave, or whatever Ezekiel says. I think the house is perfect for Carol to stay at and then take a remixed part. I think that's a good one. I like that. Thanks for asking. Shooter, do you think that there will be a big name death in the mid-season finale? Again, this is rough. Mid-season finale, I feel like that's a cheat. Of course. It's a mid-season finale. There will be a death or a event. It's either a death or an event. It's one or the other. Or it kicks off the big event in the premiere. You could pick any one of them. Big event, big cliffhanger, big death in the mid-season premiere, mid-season finale, or the season finale. So in my opinion, that's an absolute yes. But it doesn't have to be a death. It could be a death, a cliffhanger, or an event, Devin, do you think The Walking Dead... We already did that. All right, last couple minutes here because my eyes are burning now. What are we at? Oh, yeah, we're well over 2 hours. We got some good content. They need to have scenes of Eugene making bullets. I disagree. We have them using a lot of bullets right now, and we're only on the 3rd episode. We hit the outposts. We need to have them fall back, have them run out of ammo. We need to see that part of it. Negan needs to regroup, again, and this is something that I was excited for, them going into this war, but seeing it from a realistic standpoint. I see a lot of fans who think they could just, and even though a lot of fans argue about bullets, I see a lot of fans who think they could just go and kill each other till they're done. No. They got to gather their troops. They got to position them. They got to get bullets. They got to come up with a strategy. They got to go spy on the others because they don't know they're there. Everyone could leave at Alexandria. They could bounce. That's what I would do. I would leave Alexandria and surround it, and then wait for Negan, have people watch him, wait for him to attack. Once he attacks Alexandria, have a couple people to put up a fake front, have them escape as soon as they're pushing through and they think they're going to get a war from the front. Everyone flanks them and comes around the back. You'd wipe them out a lot, put them in high positions, and you wait until they trap themselves to some degree or set up a trap so there's no means to escape. Some shit like that. As far as the overall story and all the little stuff like Eugene making bullets, I agree with you. They need to have scenes of Eugene making bullets, but not yet. Give it, episode 7-ish, around there, 8, 9. Will Kingdom have a coup against Ezekiel since he said nobody would? No, I don't think so. And it looked like they were mostly wiped out. No, because no one else would have done it better. And I think they all know that. Ezekiel's head on. Yeah, dick. They think Morgan will eventually kill the asshole savior. I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. The show won't suffer without Daryl. They haven't done anything with his character. No offense, Daryl. You got the best the Walking Dead YouTube channel I used to always watch. Ooh, Trev, but haven't in a while. I feel like he's too much. Has no negative criticism. He rates every episode a 9 and 10. Well, there you go. At least viewers have. I appreciate the support. At least viewers have some choices. You can get somebody who will focus on the positives, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure there's a lot of people want to watch someone who keeps it positive. Let's only talk about positives. I like the critical aspect of it. I like the criticism side of it. I like shining a light on what doesn't work. I like discussing what doesn't work and why, because it helps us understand more of what does work and why we do love it. Again, because you find out what's not working, and that is showing you why you're not enjoying it as much. I love discussing that, and that's why I spend more time spending the time talking in detail and giving reasons why I don't like something, because I think it's too easy to say, well, that didn't work, that was flat. You know, it was flat because of this and this and this. Anyhow, thank you very much for the support. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. Daniel Astor, the show won't suffer when... Oh, you know what? Speaking of the channel, the All Out War explained... we had internet problems and I didn't get it posted, but I'm going to try to post that probably tomorrow. Wasn't the big first episode a flash forward? Wasn't the first episode a flash forward? A part of the first episode was a flash forward. I think Aaron yelled Eric. It just wasn't announced well, and that's why the subtitles said he yelled Aaron. Wow. Soft-ass mods can't take criticism. Oh, burn. They're going to come at you now, buddy. Who's your favorite Walking Dead writer other than Scott Gimple, if you know any? I don't know any. Yeah, I don't. Here's the thing. I know names. I know random names because we look at the names every time we go over stuff. I don't focus on which episodes they specifically wrote, and I don't focus on their other work. So I'll be honest, I have no clue. Ooh, shout out for Pittsburgh. I think they should Saviors and shoot them. Yeah. What time zone are you in? I'm on the East Coast. Do you do the show after Walking Dead or Talking Dead? It's after Walking Dead. Do you think Morgan is going to get Michonne mental healing trip from the comics if he survives the war? He could, but I'm looking at his story as more like a tragic ending. Taylor Ryder canceled The Talking Dead. No. Keep that. Keep that. Think about it. Let's just fantasize and said, oh, fuck Chris Hardwick. We're going to put Ronnie Hayes in that spot. I can't be Ronnie Hayes. I can't do it. If you work for Talking Dead, you have to focus on all the positives. AMC would fire Chris Hardwick if he didn't. If he got more critical, they would fire him. There's things he legit can't say. He can't voice his own opinion on that. He can't. Not, on everything. All he has to do is omit the stuff he doesn't enjoy. That's fine. That's acceptable. But they would never let him rock out with a full opinion. You could tease stuff like, why did she do this if she did that, So that's why I love the YouTube space so much, because you can be, if you choose to, there's a lot of people on YouTube that are well aware if you talk positive, companies will come out of the woodwork and they'll deal with you. That's something that I should probably do, but I'm just too stupid to follow that. I also have to agree, you're one of my favorites. Oh, thank you very much. Meg Stansfield, yeah, she holds it down. She does her thing. Do you think Heath returns at some point? Yeah, I think he has to return. Ronnie, missed your super chat. Oh, I'm sorry. Charmander. Ron, do you think I should come back for next week? Yeah, but if... I don't know what you're talking about. Come back. Charmander. $2. Ron, do you think I should come back for next week? If you're... I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. I have no idea what you're talking about. if you mean like the Breaking Bad, Walking Dead question, I broke your balls on it. If you're too sensitive, then you should probably stay away. But if you're good to come in and break balls, like if you ask something that's kind of stupid, and we break balls about it, if you're like, you keep it moving and you're still like, oh, it's all good, whoop-de-whoop, you can even get fire shots back, friendly shots, or else mods will think you're just a troll. But I will tell anybody, and this goes for everybody, if you are sensitive, because there's days, I'm tired tonight, but if I'm real playful, I might joke around and fucking curse you out in a playful way, or just say some screwed up shit for shock value. If you're too sensitive, you should probably go and not come back. Because I've been that way since I was a child, and I'm never going to change. I hold a lot back on YouTube. In real life, I am off the wall, like constantly breaking balls. Constantly. Because life is dull, and it's nice to shock value for me. It gets everyone, people love it. People love it. The internet, I hold it back because the internet is so weird with its PC shit. And not just you guys. There's people out there on the internet waiting for you to say something ridiculous, and they'll find you, and they'll just take that one part, and then they'll make a video on you, talk about how you're a dick, make you seem like you're worse than you are. So Charmander, if you're sensitive, yeah, you should probably stay away. But if you're cool to chill out, then yeah, come back. Stop being a little bitch. Godzilla, I think Charmander means if he should come back or if he should not come back, because the heated stuff with you in the chat. Oh, see, that's the thing. I didn't see any stuff in the chat. I will say again, though, the chat, everyone's free to speak their mind. If you're being a troll or you're being obviously like racist or just a massive dick, yeah, the mods are gonna put you in check. But if someone says something that's kind of ridiculous and someone else is like, bro, that's kind of ridiculous, like, dude, welcome to the internet. That's gonna happen. And if you can't handle that, you should probably not be around. But I think you should handle it. I think you should do, this is life. That's how that's what molds us as individuals, If I meet new friends in high school and I slap a kid in the face, he's not going to like that, and he's not going to want to hang around me. So if I have these, if I constantly walk up to kids, slapping them in the face, and the teachers baby me for it, oh, da-da-da, I'm not going to learn any good social skills, because I'm being, my social skills are being retarded with this PC, everyone's got to be nice bullshit. But if I slap the kids in the face and the teacher comes over and she's like, you asshole, you're not supposed to be slapping people, what the hell's wrong with you? Then I'm going to learn, you know what, maybe I should stop slapping people. And then I'll make more friends that way. And I'm not saying you're slapping people, I'm just saying, this is how we all learn and not learn, but not just learn, but it's how we build our, how am I trying to put this? Our social attitudes, you know what I mean? By knowing what pushes people's buttons or not, So, fuck it. I'm so tired I butchered that, but you guys know what I mean. All right, get your last questions in here. I gotta go. I'm surprised there's 300 people watching this. You guys are probably like, what the fuck is this asshole talking about? I don't know if you can tell, but this is so difficult to hold up because the handle, like if you can see my hands, I'm not like a huge beast or nothing, right? But my handles are so much bigger than this thin little handle that it's like rocking all over the place. And I'm trying to hold it still to drink out of it. And I can feel it going like, it's going to like slide, go like this and fucking, that's all I need is to spill a jug of shit all over the place. What do we got? One last from Taiwan, I guess. I'm the only one freaking out by his side of the globe. Wait, what? One from Taiwan. Ronnie, are you married? No. I don't really believe in marriage. Yes, they said they had pregnant women at the Hilltop 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it's cool if people want to get married. I personally don't. What are you drinking? I'm drinking iced tea. I personally don't believe in it. It's not going to do me any good. Maybe when I'm older, like if I'm like 40 or 50, I might slow my roll, maybe get married, I guess. You a bald beauty, Ronnie. I wish. I'm gonna grow it back because Juliet's harping on me. But I love having the shaved head. I think, me personally, I feel more comfortable with a shaved head. I like it better. And then we got Glenn. Oh, sexy Glenn. He's got the pocket watch. He's got his gun. Oh, yeah. He's got his baseball cap and the walkie-talkie. Yeah, look at that. Give him some head, Glenn. Man. They look badass. All right. Alan Hannigan. To be fair, Ronnie, we're always wondering what the hell you're talking about. Thank you. I guess. Fuck you. Ronnie, you're a fucking legend. How big is that jug? It's pretty big. Does anyone play Walking Dead New Frontier? I want to soon. I sent you tea recipe. Did you follow it? Cause hun, that shit looks like coffee. I don't think so. Where did the tea recipe come from? That looks like coffee because I threw milk in it. That might be why it looks like coffee. I mean, before I throw milk in it, it looks like tea. Next week, do a live stream outside. I can't. There's no way to do that. Does anyone play Walking Dead? I love you, man. I mean, I could do little live streams on the phone, but the microphone is poor quality, so you probably can't handle a long one. Do you think Gavin may be a character that will bring to Rick's team? I think it's possible. I think Gavin is one of the... He has the most potential to be a good guy, to cross over. The Walking Dead got censored big time here. How do you mean? Will Rick kill Daryl because Daryl becomes a monster who won't stop executing saviors? I don't believe Rick will kill Daryl. I don't think it will come to that. Ronnie, should Morgan have killed Jared? Yes, I believe so. Subway in episode 2, since no one would have... Yeah, I think he should have killed him. Absolutely. I miss Glenn. Where do you hate more, Jared or Gregory? That kind of death would you want to see for each character? Shit, I hate Jared more. He's more of a straight up asshole. As far as Gregory, I'd say tortured them both. Light Jared on fire because he's a shit licker, but you have to put shit in his mouth, duct tape it, and then light him on fire. Gregory, probably flayed his skin off his legs over the course of like 3 days or something. Start with like the toes, tear off the nails, and then let him starve to death. That's probably about it. Yeah, you know what? Feed him only a little bit of food, but let the infection in his legs get so bad it gets into his bloodstream and kills him that way. That'd be pretty cool. Please stop with spoilers in the chat. Yeah, if anyone's putting spoilers in the chat, we're gonna ban you. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe you're like, haha, fuck you. But we got spoiler mods now, so they're just gonna ban you. And if later, if you know, they just give me names and I'll go ban you later. It's just not worth it. What's your favorite figurine behind you? I can't pick. There's no way I can pick. I give up. There's just no way. I mean, the Predator, the Clicker, all the Walking Dead stuff. You got Jason down there. There's just no way. They're all so damn cool. I volunteer for a girlfriend. You look good at 1 a.m. Thank you. Should Glenn have started wearing another baseball cap before he died as a little foreshadow? Nah, I'm good on that. Ronnie, the walkie-talkie and the dumbass was good enough. Ronnie, did you ever watch Dragon Ball or are currently watching Super? No, I don't watch anime. I never got into that. Godzilla says certain people are comfortable with shaved heads because they can pull it off. I have always been comfortable with it just because my hair always grew stupid. Like I've always had this stupid receding hairline design, and then this here, you can't really see it, but this here always grows this way. Like is that a cowlick? Is that what it's called? This always grows this way. My hair is curly, but only in this area, like on the sides, and then going in the back. It curls. This grows a lot slower. The sides grow a lot slower and they curl than the back. Just stupid hair. And then my hair is real flat, you know, so it just looks like a mess. I don't think I was designed to fit hair. You know, at least I think I look like an asshole with hair, so I shave it. I can't pull it off. I got shit faced and passed out. One of my friends shaved my head. I wouldn't be able to show my face in public till I grow back. That's how I feel with hair. No bullshit. After episode 801 on Talking Dead, they said they experimented with Jon Bernthal playing Rick and yada yada yada. How do you think that will be if they stuck with that? Nah, I think they're good with what they did. I think Jon Bernthal was perfect for Shane, and Andrew Lincoln's perfect for Rick. I don't think they should have done any switching around, you know. Ronnie's a low-key psychopath. Yes. Did you see Morales dying that way? Like, damn, you blink and you miss it. Yeah, we talked about that, about Daryl just popping him. Do you think that Morales being killed so quickly meant anything? So do you think... Yeah, that right there meant its own little thing, you know? When you will do another sloppy drunk gaming, I have no idea. I want to start doing some more gaming soon because I'm literally working from morning to night, just nonstop. Do you think that Morgan will tone down his rage as the season goes on? I feel like he's too far on the killing side. He needs a middle ground. Again, I think it's going to die with something tragic. But yes, if not tragic, he's got to tone it down. You can't be a killing machine in a time of peace after the war. Any thoughts on Doom 4? Because I'm fucking addicted to... Holy shit, it's good. I like Doom. I like Doom. Did any... I have that... I got the Doom, you know, the collector's edition. I seen it on Amazon for like $32 or some shit like that. I think I did a video on it or talked about it in a video. It was like dirt. It was cheaper than just buying the game. It was the box set with the big monster with rocket packs. I was like, what the hell? I want to play the game anyway. That shit is badass. Did you hear anyone see the Savior that they were taking to Hilltop looked exactly like Laura from the comic? Laura's in the sanctuary. They showed a picture of her. Oh, you mean... I'm sorry. No, I didn't see that. Really that was really fucked up. Love it. Yeah, you're timed out, buddy. Let's time you out. All right, guys, I really gotta go. I'd love to hang out a little bit longer, but I think I've held it out as long as I possibly could. Trevor Phillips wants somebody to apologize to Trev's Chantu immediately. Aw, who said something that needs to apologize immediately, buddy? Let us know. We're here for you. We'll have a talk with them. Are you getting tired of the dialogue? To me, it's getting very cheesy. Yeah, we've gone over that a little bit already. There's issues with the dialogue. I don't think it's that bad, but I do think it needs a little bit of work sometimes. Ronnie, I've always wondered about this. Why do you have a nose ring? Just curious. I don't have any rings on my nose. Maybe it's the shadow. Yeah. I'm never really into the whole bull ring, dude. Not a fan of that. Of course, awesome chat. Don't forget to smash that like button. Yeah, hit that like button, please. A little bit here and there. Gracie isn't the girl in the flash forward because Grace is with Aaron. If somebody out there wants to argue that she could still be there, yeah, absolutely. We haven't even seen what happens next. Anything can happen, you know. Anything can happen. So I personally wouldn't really put my money on it that's Gracie in a flash forward at this point, just because the damn bunny is still missing, and that's like an I don't know, unless they go back and loot all the supplies and they just happen to grab it. Maybe they grab the crib, they go back and grab the crib and take the bunny. There we go. See what I mean? There's lots of other stuff that could happen. They could slow down the fighting, and in one episode we notice they go back for supplies, the baby crib, and they take the crib and the bunny, and then we go, oh, that's how she gets the bunny. So at this point in time, anything is still possible, but I'm like a 80% chance that it's not going to happen. Taylor Ryder, are you planning on collecting Stranger Thing action figures? You know what? I've been really cutting it back a lot with doing any type of collecting. I am into, you guys know, when I used to watch the behind the scenes with all the models of the monsters and creatures and shit like that, I want my office and my house to look like those. So for me, it's a little bit different, and it even took me a while to catch on to, because I was not liking some stuff and I was liking other stuff. So for me, it took me a little while. Like, I'm not a toy collector. I'm not like an action figure collector. They need to look like the miniature models and replicas and stuff like that. If I was a millionaire, I would probably only buy real life stuff. Like we're talking, you know, an L doll that looks like realistic, and it's maybe a statue or resin, you know, something like that. Because for me, it's the detail and the little models. They need to look as real as they can. But because I'm a broke bastard, the toys are the next best thing, because the toys look like miniature models and stuff. So even though I'm cutting back a lot, I still think it would be really awesome to at least get my hands on a few Stranger Things and put them on the Stranger Things shelf, because it kind of made like a little area there. People send in some stuff, the poster and whatnot. That's really the artwork. So I would like to grab some of those. But I think the correction I wanted to make is they already put out some Funko ones. They're little figures. And if someone got it for me as like one of those joke Christmas presents, you ever have a family member find something, they're like, oh, I thought of you when I got this, whoop-de-whoop. If somebody sent like a box of those in, I would hang them up in pride, you know, with pride in my living room. But I'm not going out and buying them, like the toys and stuff. But if they got ones that are like real detailed and it's like those little things, man, I gotta scoop a couple up. Could I take Jesus in a fist fight? Hells no. Did you see him? Shit. Ronnie, do you enjoy our back and forth on these live streams? I just got done saying that. Yeah, that's why I talk to you guys for a while, you know. I like it. I like it. All right, let's see. What are we going to end this on? Clicking. Okay, there we go. Don't hate on Trev's channel. We are all fans. I haven't seen people hating on Trev's channel. I don't know where you guys are getting this from. Unless there's comments that I'm missing. My Christmas Wish 90-minute season finale. Yeah, that'd be cool. What do you think about Savior Rick Fought in the last episode? Wait, last episode. Defending the guns over his daughter. He said no guns. What do you think he would have? Tim, what do you think about the Savior Rick fought in the last episode, defending the guns over his daughter? He didn't defend the guns over his daughter. I think maybe you just missed that scene. And the only reason I'm saying it is because I watched the scene a number of times to do the analysis video. He was protecting his daughter, keeping Rick out of the room. Rick asked about the guns. He said, where are the M5s or whatever he said? And the guy's saying, no guns. And he's trying to say Gracie. He tried saying, you know, his kid. Rick was choking him out more and pushed him forward and said, are the guns in there? That's when the guy flipped out and pushed Rick backwards on the wall, and then Rick killed him. The guy wasn't protecting guns over his daughter, not at all. He was protecting his daughter above all else, and that was the point of the scene. He was trying to tell Rick, you know, Gracie's in there. But Rick choked him out. That's why, Rick feels so bad. It's not like, Rick is totally innocent. Rick could have lightened up a little bit, and maybe they'd both, the father and the kid would still be alive. Anyhow, they didn't show the bunny. No, but again, they could go back and get the crib. He said 500 times, Charmander, laugh out loud. Oh, where do we got? Ronnie doesn't hate me, guys. Case closed. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate you now, you motherfucker. Yo, how messed up would that be? Oh, sorry, guy. Though we are all grown-ups. Alright, we gotta go. I don't know what's happening with the chat. Maybe my eyes are burning and it all looks crazy to me. Don't forget to tip your waiters and waitresses. Hell yeah. Charmander can't... Charmander, real quick before we go. How old are you? No bullshit. No bullshit. I don't mean nothing mean. I'm just curious. How old are you? Guys, put a guess in the chat quick before they put their age. I don't even know if you're a guy or a girl. Or an it. He got really mad at me today because he didn't get my comment. Oh, Jesus Christ. Bro, if I got mad at you, I'd flipped. I would flip. I will tell you straight up if I'm mad at you. If I get a little... I mean, the best way to say it would be like annoyed or frustrated, but it's not even that bad. It's more like playful, but in a way I'm sitting here like, okay, da-da-da-da-da-da, yeah, but if I got mad at you, I'd tell you straight up. Loud and clear. Will Gregory be a mole for Negan? I don't think he needs to be. He could be, but catch shot Jeremy right here. I didn't look and see who got shot. I will look though. Cold blood. Yeah, Daryl's a cold-blooded killer. Hell yeah. The clicker statue missing? Yeah, it was totally me. Yeah, that clicker statue is friggin' nuts. What's the best way to handle a large group of saviors surrendering, in your opinion? What is the best way to handle a large group of saviors surrendering, in your opinion? What do you mean? As far as like take it, I think they did something good, having them all tied up. I mean, it would have been best to crisscross and have everyone tied up. So if one row went to run away, they'd have to drag all the other rows. But I think they did it good that way. At 13, let's see. Got a lot. 13, 17. What do we got here? Back. Find a clicker statue missing. 17, 12, 13. 14. What would you do to that scumbag Gregory? I think kill him. He's already screwed up too much. Q&A Ronnie, you are the man. Thank you. But I think The Walking Dead should end at 12 seasons. My favorite quote from Batman trilogy: either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain. The only reason I strongly disagree with that is because you're just picking a number. You're just saying, okay, this is enough because it's a, you know, it's enough seasons, but it's not too much seasons. It's just, you're just randomly picking a number. Why 12? Why not 11? Why not 13? If you're going to go 12, you could do 13. Why not? Why not 14? It's just 2 more. And that's why I have a problem with the random numbers, because it doesn't have a lot of substance there. If you feel more comfortable with 12, that's fine, but I feel more comfortable with basing it off the story. All right, now let's look at the story. You have All Out Wars in 8, New Beginnings in 9. New Beginning is tricky now because you have the New Beginning and the Whispers and the Whisper of War. You can't have All Out War and the Whisper of War back to back. It would be kind of lame. So now you got to do something different with the Whisper of War and the New Beginning. Maybe that would run 8 and 9. I see that as being slightly problematic on TV. And then the New World stuff coming. So let's condense the Whisper storyline and the New Beginning all into one season, one badass tight season, and then we move over into the New World. So you would have 8, 9, 10, New World, and 11, and we have no idea what that storyline is going to be. So they might want to end it there before they go into the New World. Based off of that, roughly, season 11 would be the end. But again, if the story is cranking and it's great at 11, and there's enough potential to go to 14, 15 based off of the story, then I can't say 12. It has to be again the story, 13 maybe, 14 maybe. But I understand. I will say I do understand why people say, yeah, right around 12 works. I do get it. I just can't agree with it just being a number that feels like it's enough but not too much. But I get what you mean, Devin. Can you all stop trying to make Trev and Ronnie a Brittany and Christina thing? Yeah, it's YouTube. People want people to go at it. Someone say 50? Eduardo, what the fuck, bro? Come on, Charmander, I'm about to hate you. I want to go to bed. Tell us your fucking age. Come on, man. Savage, laugh out loud. These ages make a lot of sense. I thought it was dope for the first. What? God damn it, YouTube and your fucking system. You move this thing a little bit and it's like crazy. Charmander, I'm a guy. Son of a bitch. What is your age, though? Still here, Taylor. It's like you only hear parts of the conversation and then later on it's like a delayed reaction, bro. And then you're like, oh my god. Hold on. Trev is pissed Morales was killed. He took down all his Daryl posters and will sell his action figures. Laugh out loud. For the first time in a long time, I'm going to have to go watch a Trev's Chan video. I am a transgender, vegetarian, atheist, CrossFit vapor, and I'm offended at these comments. Oh, fuck off and just tell us your age, you little bitch. How's that for being offended? Thanks for being so involved in this live chat. No problem, buddy. Was all the caps necessary? Are you yelling at me? Is that sarcasm? Am I not involved? How do you think the saviors will get out of their situation? I An attack at the hilltop seems like one of the better ways for them to get out of it. I'm close to 6 foot and 160 pounds. No, what age are you, dumb shit? I'm a guy. Close to 6. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lord help us. Lord save us. Wait, fucking called it. Charmander. Fucking yes. Well, what's the age? I'm not seeing it. Tenor Rider, you're supposed to be a mod. What's with that language? We don't language police here at Air Charmander. Unless you're... Oh, wait. Did he say that? And 20. Can all sleep now? Laugh a lot. I don't know. I don't buy that. I don't buy it. I'm going to randomly guess. I'm going to say around 13. That's what I'm guessing. That's my guess. Alright, I got to go smoke some crack. I'll be back sometime. How many people are like, wait, what? What did he say? I made a joke in the, what was it? The live stream? Fuck, not the live stream. Oh, it was the Analyzed. At the end of the Analyzed video, I made a joke, and I didn't even smoke that day. I made a joke. I was tired, and I said, I didn't even smoke any weed or nothing, no crack. And I said, I gotta stop smoking weed, you know, coming up with these yada yada yada. Because when I was, you know, when I used to smoke weed all the time, that's when I would come up with some shit to write, like story-wise, or I would like overanalyze shit and come up with like some fun and interesting stuff. So it fits it, you know what I mean? I put it in there because it's a laugh. You get a joke. I can't believe there was like 2 people that were triggered. One dude was like, gave me this lecture about not smoking around your daughter, and I put, who the fuck talks like that? Like, bro, if I'm 30 and I don't know that already, there's no hope. You commenting about how to live my life in a comment section is not going to teach me how to not be a degenerate. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because you leave a comment, you're not going to... I'm not going to wake up and go, oh my God, I've been white trash my whole life. But now I know not to because I read a YouTube comment. You know what I mean? And then the other person was just like, oh, I can't believe this. I'm unsubscribing. And I was like, goodbye. There's nothing's gonna change me. I don't smoke weed or marijuana, bud, reefer, nowhere near as much as I used to. I mean, it's rare. I mean, I might have a joint once every like 6 months, if that. I mean, it's getting rare for multiple different reasons, but I will never not be a strong supporter of marijuana. I think if you want to smoke, you should smoke. Absolutely. And even though I don't currently smoke, like I'm not smoking tonight, not smoking tomorrow or next week or next month, I'm always going to be there supporting it 110%. There's not a single person that should be arrested and thrown in jail because of it. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's asinine. Anyway, let's get out of here. Alan Hannigan says he called it about Charmander lying his ass off about being 20. You fucking liar. Oh, we got 3 hours in this bitch. Lord have mercy. Ronnie is such a no. I don't know what that means. Charmander. We need a face reveal. Chill, Ronnie. Your crack jokes don't even shock me. Well, fuck. Will Gregory die? It's 6 a.m. here, man. Dedication over here. Oh, thank you very much. Well, I'm really going to go. So now you guys can sleep. I'm going to go to sleep. Go to sleep already. Stop forcing yourself. You'll be fine. If you leave, left them out, you could sleep. I'm going now. I don't... I don't mean like I force myself like, oh my God, I must do it, man. Like, I do enjoy it. You know, it is fun just sitting here shooting the shit with like-minded people for the most part, you know? But I'm going to get going. Come on, bum. Squirtle, squirtle. I don't know what that means. Kratom. Don't ban plants. It's a plant. Yeah, Kratom. It hurts my brain that people are trying to ban Kratom. Like, what? Seriously? Yeah, I didn't explain the nose ring because it was funny. I can't believe there was like 5 people in the chat who were like, no, Ronnie. No, the nose ring. Like, not an actual ring. No shit. I'm fucking with you, you know? I got my nose ring because it's a daily reminder. So, because we look in mirrors every day. So I want to be reminded of something every day. And I am. Because I look in mirrors every day when I brush my teeth. This was fun. Thank you. All right, good night. Thank you very much. Who else we got? Mary, do you think when the Saviors attack Andrew, they will survive? That I don't know. I don't know if the kids are going to survive. Kids will... I'm done. I'm out here. Where's that stop the stream button? Charmander, no, we should not do a collab. You need to upload a video proving that you're 20 and you're a dude and you're 6 foot, 160. Go ahead and maybe you'll think about collabing. All right. Godzilla, I'm 20, believe it or not. Going to be 21 in January. Good for you, Godzilla. Thank you for everyone. Godzilla, did I mess that up? Thank you for all the support, for everyone shooting the donations, keeping this channel afloat with the super chats. You're hooking it up. Again, Godzilla, you're making me feel bad. I owe you. I think we all owe you. He's paid for the map videos for the next 6 months. And everyone who's helping out as being a mod, thank you very much. And everyone who had to sit through some of my really shitty jokes. I was kind of tired tonight, a little off it, but we'll be back around. Ronnie, do you still read Outcast? Yeah, it's good. It's slowed down a little bit. I read Outcast and smoke my crack once every single month. Good night. Oh, that's what I said. I told that dude, I said, Juliet rolls my blunts for me. Because he said, you better not smoke with your kid and buy your kid. How old are you again? I'm 27. Good night.